Ian Dippin World of Tyres. McDonald's, where it's Mac time. And Mitsubishi, please consider.
Here we go.
Southeast Melbourne Magic are waiting. Will they play the Perth Wildcats or Adelaide 36'ers in the semi-finals of the Mitsubishi Challenge? This is Game 3 of the quarterfinal series. The Cats at home to the 36'ers here at the Perth Entertainment Centre. Hello everyone and welcome to crunch time in the quarterfinals for both Adelaide and Perth. For the victor, they'll go on to the semi-finals. For the vanquished, they can start planning for 1997. At the moment, it's 1-1. Game 1 in Adelaide went to the 36'ers by 10 points, but on Sunday, the Wildcats returned to their best form, big winners over the 36'ers. So the road to the final has it 1-1 down there in the quarterfinals series. The Magic are through, and as I said, they're awaiting their semi-final opponents. The Cannons are through after a 2-1 victory over the Kings, and the Tigers and Bullets are joined at 1-1. John Gardner is joining me in commentary. John, I think the result the other night was really blown out. Adelaide are going to be tough to beat.
Well, Tim, this is for the doing, isn't it, really? I mean, people can talk about the strategies, but right now, both coaches would be telling the people out there, get on with the job, we're finished with the talking, we need to come down and do what we do best. But for me, if I look at the keys for the game out there, I think the Wildcats really must minimise the turnovers, did that well in Game 2, but they must also maintain the defensive pressure on the outside shooters, make sure that Marin really don't get a good look. Of course, the 36'ers, they need more transition baskets. They need to bump and bustle all over the floor and try and pick up the easy ones, and they must break even on the backboards, which is something they didn't do in Game 2.
Mike Ellis will be running the sidelines, and Mike, Ricky Brunson's been a key for Adelaide. He's in scintillating form. Another tough night for Ricky Grace.
Oh, absolutely, and it just doesn't get any easier, does it? This is a fantastic matchup, Grace and Brunson, and there's no question that both of these players have done a fantastic job for their respective teams. I would say Brunson won the honours in Game 1, Grace in Game 2, but they're their playoff averages so far. And of course, Grace just a little ahead on the assist, and Brunson a little ahead on the points and rebounds. But boy, what a matchup this will be.
There is no doubt that the first fives have a big impact, with Grace, Trahere, Lichty, Blau and Crawford winning Game 2. That's the starting five for the Wildcats.
And for the 36'ers, Brunson, Riley, Marr, Davis and Trimmingham.
If we look at the bench, it's the same. Doherty, Stewart, Earp, Hansen and Van der Putten for the Wildcats.
And for the 36'ers, no change there either. Catalini, Hawks, Wheeler, McKinnon and O'Donnell.
And I haven't slept since Sunday because this is going to be a fantastic game. Two fantastic teams, and I hate to use a common cliche, just traditional rivals.
Well, Tim, that's what it is. It's built over the last 6-7 years. Both of these teams have been contenders all of the time, and you can feel the electricity in this crowd.
It's already here, isn't it, John? I mean, this crowd has got to get up, the same as the Wildcats have to do, and help to get their home team over the line.
Adelaide having, well, I wouldn't say enjoyed a couple of days here. They've been very, very focused, and Mike Dunlap has done a good job in keeping their minds on the task ahead. They come up with first possession.
Well, both of these games, Game 1 and 2, have been characterised by an early Wildcat lead, and I'm sure the 36'ers will be absolutely intent on making sure they stay close.
Marr through traffic, that is a good start. No, in then out, and Vlahoff pulls down the rebound. The Wildcats in transition. Trahere, fadeaway jumper. Weak side rebounds a Lichty, reverse layup, and Lichty's on the board, so too the Wildcats.
That's tough. Got the rebound on the right-hand side, came to the reverse side with the left-hand reverse off the window. Great 2 points.
Sweet little move with the left there.
Here's Marr with the ball, very keen to get in high figures. I think Adelaide need him to do so. He's relied on Brunson so far in the quarterfinal. Here is Brunson, lines up for a trade, doesn't go, and Lichty at both ends of the court gets in front of Trimmingham to pull down the board.
I think it's very, very important for Marin really to get a good look and score some early baskets out there. In Game 2, collectively they were 5 from 17, about 30% together, and that's about 10 percentage points under their season's average. If they could make a couple of early buckets from outside, they'll just break this Wildcats defence open and spread the floor. And there we saw, of course, Tim, that knifing move from Ricky Grace, which was so harmful to the 36'ers in Game 2.
There's Trahair with possession, screen set by Vlahov, pick and roll. Does he lose possession? He does, but Lichty, as I said, he seems to be everywhere. Lichty's such a quick thinker. There's Vlahov at the point.
Interesting matchup down there on the baseline with James Crawford having really in his face. Wildcats may want to exploit that if they go through. 5 plays, nothing now. Barely a minute and a half gone.
John, what happened then was Vlahov was left alone because his man sagged down, saw the mismatch with Crawford and Riley, and of course Vlahov's nailed the 3.
Speaking of Riley, does he nail the 3? He does, and it's a very copybook start. It was 5-0 the other day, and now it's 5-3 from a Riley tray.
Already some extended defence. I would expect to see a lot more of this. I think that's one of the things that Coach Dunlap can do. He can come out and extend his defence a lot more and be a lot more aggressive in the back court to take the Wildcats' focus off their game. And here you see the result, but I'd have to say that's not the result that Dunlap wanted. Crawford really didn't know where to go with the ball, so he went to the obvious place and scored, and there's a block at the other end from James Crawford.
Well, he put his stamp on the game in game 2, Mike Ellis, and he started, and the whole bench is up already for Perth.
Unbelievable, and so is the crowd. The whole crowd has stood in unison as well.
Trahair for a try. This will bring the house down.
Well, 10, 11 plays, 3 at this point. And of course, 36ers need to run some very structured offense here and take the emotion out of the game. The last thing they'd want is to lose the ball and have Crawford go down and slam it.
Posting up Trimmingham, they double team him on the baseline. Riley's open, Brunson to his left, finds him now, bounce past Davis, low post, they double team him again. Here's Brunson, does he shoot over the top of Grace? He does, doesn't connect, and Trahair pulls in the board, and the Wildcats in quick transition, no look pass back from Vlahov, Lichty again, manoeuvres in the air, block, he'll go to the stripe.
Well, frenetic, electrifying, absolutely emotional start by the home club. The Wildcats have come out and put the ball to the floor and pushed it down at a great rate of knots. You see that knifing move from Lichty. He'd be disappointed he didn't make it. 11 plays, 3 minutes have expired.
John, Riley's hit that 3, and it's as if he's ignited the Wildcats. They've just gone off in a quick run.
Yes, he's the only scorer, of course, for Adelaide, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 scorers for the Wildcats.
The only one who hasn't scored is Ricky Grace. There is Mark.
Davis on Crawford, pair of veterans, really with space. That's not his favourite spot, although we saw him with a nice little turnaround in game 2 that was effective. Wildcats have to be careful of their rotations, otherwise they get caught just like that. Nice backdoor move, isolation, Trimmingham goes in there, and we've got Trahair and Grace. Take your pick, but I think it will come up against Grace. He's got the one.
Mike Dunlap was very keen in a couple of sessions this week since the second game. Quick snapping of the ball. He said a lot of passes. He said in game 2 he just felt there was 3 passes and a shot.
Well, he's trying to move it around and rotate so that the defensive rotations from man to man to cover, particularly when there's a doubling down circumstance, so that the quick movement of the ball finds the open man, or the mismatches they found then.
And in the situation then, obviously Trimmingham had Trahair on his back, obviously thought he could seal him off, which he did very well, and of course the offense found him with the ball.
I've got the same problem at times. I get Trahair on my back. I have to just sort of shave it off every now and then.
Yeah, but not too many people are going to pass you the ball, son.
Okay.
That's a main.
There's Trahair with the inbounds. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter.
I imagine, Tim, you get a few offers in Adelaide to shave your hair at the moment.
Well, I'm not the flavour of the month, but the Adelaide fans have certainly endeared themselves to Wildcats players and Vicky Verka, so to speak. Tough pass, but it'll be a Wildcats ball, 16 seconds on the shot clock.
Not bad rotation by the defence then. John really saw Crawford coming down the middle. If he hadn't have stepped across there, then Crawford would certainly have had a big dunk.
The line out comes to Grace in the corner. Is Lichty.
Well, Wildcats settling down to some half-court offense here. Vlahov looking to operate. Little give and go didn't come up. Really almost stole. Crawford, pump fake off the glass. Home court.
The shot clock was running down, but Crawford with patience, he's got 5.
15 plays 5. 4 minutes gone in the first quarter of the all-deciding game 3.
Really bounce pass to Davis, been quiet early. He's in trouble. And the Wildcats will come up, more pressure from Lichty.
I don't believe it. Lichty actually stole that with his backside.
Changed the call. It'll be an Adelaide ball.
Well, I guess you can feel for the officials as well. There's an enormous amount of pressure out here. Now, they've started the game.
Shot clock, I think they're talking about.
And that won't count. They've started the game, but Robbie Barnett, the senior official, has gone and approached the bench because in that little tete-a-tete about the change, the shot clock hadn't started. They're now running. They actually reset, I should say, but they're now running down to 15. There will be 15 seconds on the shot clock for Adelaide in this possession.
Simply, John, for our layman, because they didn't put a shot up previous.
Yes, because they never really lost possession of the ball.
Ma, good pass to Davis. Does he get rid of Grace? No, great hand for Hare. 5-second shot clock. Trimmingham, a little floater, doesn't go, but he gets his own board. Classy stuff from Trimmingham.
The vacuum cleaner came out and really put it back with a little jump hook. There's a long lead pass. Finds Trahair to Lichty. He'll go for the backboard. No, it goes off and ring. And that makes it 17-7.
That was some long arms, Tim. I'll tell you, Trahair threw that just a little bit in front of Lichty, but boy, he wound those arms out and pulled it in very smartly.
Posting up again, Trimmingham. Vlahov doesn't get past. Hand foul.
Little weak side action going on here between Lichty and Grace as Ma went off the back screen. A little bit confused as to who was picking up and who was telling the screen was there. You can see the hand contact out there as Davis has tried to spin on Vlahov. Now you've got a new set 30-second situation here because of the foul.
They're trying to get Trimmingham off that block a little bit, because if he gets it that close, as is Davis, you know, you've got to come up with a block like that to stop him.
Vlahov and Crawford, yep, they've all combined there. And Trahair took his eye off the basketball, and that's crucial.
He'd already spent it, didn't he?
Yeah,
he'd seen someone down the low block. He thought, I can get the ball in there quick, and forgot to catch it.
Yeah, the no-look catch, which he's prone to do the no-look pass. Here is Mars, already on 2 fouls.
17 plays 7. Almost halfway through the first quarter as Brunson goes from space. There's a tremendous leap from Trimmingham. Sort of made a bit of contact, and there's a bit of trouble with Lichty.
Lichty's down at half court. Ankle, I think.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, he's grabbing his right ankle.
He's in trouble. That's the one he had problems with.
Oh, no, this could be bad, and he wants to get off as quick as possible.
Yes, I think this is and you couldn't get worse news from the Wildcats. Lichty injured this ankle and was amazing everybody when he came back after a very short time, something like 9 or 10 days. He'll play through the pain, but to freshen the injury at this point is not good, and he's limping. They're taking him to the rooms to look at the taping, but that's not good news for the Wildcats. Anthony Stewart, in the meantime, is on. Lichty sits down with 6 points and 2 rebounds. He's 2 from 2 from the foul line.
And also 2 from 2 from the field. Here's Crawford. Grace, penetration, they take away the left-hand side. Crawford, bread and butter, no. Davis, and all of a sudden you feel as though Adelaide have steadied. 17-9 is the score, and we're halfway through almost the first quarter.
Interesting situation as well as Ma takes the turnaround and finds the net.
Time out here at the Perth Entertainment Centre. The flow has been staunched by Adelaide. It's 17 plays 11.
He's useful.
Murray is quite aware that you're only taking him out to meet guys.
He's very smart.
Where did that come from?
I taught him.
He's well trained.
Oh yeah, Murray's dancing too.
So, what's the problem?
That's not Murray.
Mad About You, 7:30 Wednesday. And at 8, it was the perfect plan.
Thought it'd be nice to get away for the weekend and, celebrate our sex anniversary.
But they didn't count on one thing.
What are you doing here?
A problem called Bob.
Well, I, for one, think this is going to work.
Partners following Mad About You, Wednesday on 10.
Okay, we're going to turn the lights out. Now, judging just by the shape, what are you holding?
A football. All right, a boombox. It's melon. Box of cereal? Oh, that's easy. Well, it was Coca-Cola.
Okay, you've heard about the new cinema release from Disney. It's fantastic. It's out there now. Believe me, they've done it again. It's a true classic. But the big news is the characters are so great, McDonald's have produced an original release of their own. Watch out for it. This glass collection is amazing. $1.95 each, superbly chiseled. They're great. So do yourself a favour, make sure you catch these 4 great releases. Stunning stuff.
Stand by for the hottest games on CD-ROM. This is the CD Countdown.
Number 5.
SimCity 2000 Special Edition.
Number 4.
Road Rash.
Number 3.
AH-64D Longbow.
Number 2.
The Need for Speed Special Edition.
Number 1.
ARL 96. For the hottest games for your PC, PlayStation or Saturn, look for the CD Countdown. In store now.
Computers, don't be fooled. You can afford the best.
Right now, Abacus has the latest genuine IBM Pentium computer slashed to only $23 per week. But hold on, Abacus will throw in a free Canon Colour Bubble Jet printer, a free colour scanner, and you get over 35 of the best software titles available, including the best of Australian software. Everything you see is now only $23 per week. Be quick, there's limited stocks. Only from Abacus, the largest computer and technology retailer in WA. There's a store near you.
Andrew Vlahov, Wildcat Powerhouse, is no ordinary man. At 197 centimetres and 110 kilos, ordinary stores simply don't measure up. So when it comes to casual wear, weekend wear, or business wear, it has to be king size.
King size menswear. Perth, Inglewood and now Cannington, where style comes in your size.
A recent Monash University study of 289,000 crashes rated Magna Australia's best car for driver protection. The team that designed it now have a new car. With a stronger safety cage, multi-link independent rear suspension, lighter, more responsive steering, and new, more powerful engines. Please consider the new Magna.
Adelaide 36'ers have all of a sudden got back in the game. They're taking the emotion out, but out of the game at the moment is Todd Lichty.
Pick it up for you here. You can see that as he goes through, he's just stepped upon Trahair. They've had that contact at the left-hand top of your screen. He's made the contact on top of Trahair's foot as he's gone through. That's a major blow for Perth Wildcats.
Absolutely, and that's whenever you've got an injured ankle like that and you do it again, I can tell you it is very, very painful.
Putting pressure on the ball carrier, Trahair.
Well, I have to say that it puts enormous pressure on Trahair. Oh!
Crawford puts it down and will go to the line. Great stuff, Trimmingham, but Crawford equal to the task.
You have just seen two of the most athletic players in the Mitsubishi Challenge out there as Trimmingham threw Stewart's layup right out of the net, and then Crawford really came back and got it. And James Crawford, 432 games in Mitsubishi Challenge, high above the ring.
Well, that's one way to make sure you don't get your shot blocked, isn't it, John? Boy. And unfortunately for Anthony, he doesn't have that same ability.
Hasn't got the spring, but by gee, you don't have to really do much wrong in those circumstances, Michael, with some of the athletic players out there now.
Oh, Trimmingham just got up on that block. Great play.
Really doesn't get rid of Crawford, tried to. In the corner is Brunson.
Wildcats in a 2-3 zone here. Got to make sure they get out to the shooters. Nice little turn and a jump hook from Trimmingham.
Good assist from Relief.
Trimmingham has 8. He had 12 in total for game 2.
Trahair for 3. Trahair's got 6. The Wildcats have got 22, and the fans have got what they've come to see.
It's a good offense by the Wildcats then. They're actually attacking that defense. So one thing that they did in Adelaide as they played negatively is see Trimmingham make another athletic move inside, and he's going to give the Wildcats all sorts of trouble.
10 points, 4 from 5, 80%. He has 3 rebounds to go with it. And at the other end, they're just trading a little. Neither coach would be happy. 24 plays 15.
He wasn't happy, Trimmingham, fouling out so early with just 12 points. And Mike Dunlap did warn everyone that Trimmingham would have a big game. He started in great fashion. 10 points, 3 boards. Still got 4:44 left in the first quarter. Here he is again with the ball. Arrogant pass to Davis. Davis thought he should have got a call. It didn't.
Great help there from Vlahov. Made him change his shot. James Crawford almost did the look away, Michael. Now he's starting to shake and bake. And that'll be an offensive foul. Little unfortunate. He was trying to dispose of the pass. Good defense there from Mark.
Did a fair job of getting around Trimmingham that needed to probably jump over Maher as you see him step up.
Yeah, Maher really closed the gate, didn't he?
Yeah, he stepped up there quite well.
James Crawford will take a break with 7 points, 1 rebound, shooting at 75%, as will Mark Davis. These are the strategic moves of the coaches. You will see as Davis sits out, so Crawford will take a break. If Davis comes back in, you'll very often see Crawford come straight back off the bench.
Wheeler, a quiet game too, but he's into the game early, really for a tray. He was fouled! He was fouled by Grace. He'll go to the stripe and has a chance to make it a 4-point play.
Yeah, it's a fair sort of a situation. The referee was in the right situation, Michael Butler. Grace is not happy with it. You can see the ball spinning across here. Grace goes to the side. Contact is made before the shooter has regained the equilibrium, and that's what the rule says, and there is a change.
Big 4-point play, just what Adelaide needed, but boy, they needed that foul shot to drop.
How quickly this game can change, Tim. It's 18-24 now.
Stewart, penetration and dish to Trahere. Now he penetrates, has Stewart in the corner, gets via Riley. Grace spots up and triple! Swish!
Nice little friendly roll there from Mickey Grace.
Well, it's all up there, you might as well use it.
Really from space now. Stewart trying to stay with him. Maher has the opportunity. Pumps, looks to go inside. Wheeler's on the floor. Brunson curls. Trimmingham, who's been so effective, takes the left hand and changes to the right for the looper and comes up with his 12th point.
What a first quarter to Trimmingham.
Trimmingham's really starting to exert some influence in there. He's very mobile, shooting at 83%.
Still no sign of Todd Lichty, Mike.
No, he's still old. Nice 3-point play. Very nice curl by Vlahoff. He's come down the middle. Hanson's found him with a pinpoint pass, and he's going to the line for the bonus. But yes, Tim, Lichty is still in the locker room. Bit of a worry for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think it is a worry. Good curl there, as you said, Mike, coming off the pick, keeping the keyway open. Wildcats have introduced a little more of that offense in recent times. Vlahoff puts the lid on the bonus. Andrew Vlahoff with 8 points and 2 rebounds. Wildcats now 30, leading by 10 over the 36'ers, as you can see. And we have about 3 minutes in this quarter remaining as once more Trimmingham goes through. Wheeler does well, comes up with a second effort and has his pocket picked by Ricky Grace.
Bounce pass to Trahere. Stewart to the other side of the court. Oopsie.
It's a little careless, a little lazy.
Really? Hits it for 3 and all of a sudden the margin is back to 7 and Riley's got 9. 3 of 3, hasn't missed from the floor.
And that's what can happen so often. You go down and you lose possession. Hurley's asking Barnett about the contact, dislodging the ball. And what can happen down there, of course, that's an opportunity to score that you don't get. At the other end, the opposition gets 3. And all of a sudden, it's 23 plays 30, 7 points the margin. And we have Maher sitting down. Catalini comes in. Not necessarily being remembered, as I believe he deserves on this court. Catalini served the Wildcats well, but the crowd's giving him just a little bit of hurry up.
I think it's more a case of they just don't want him to play the way they've seen him play for the Wildcats, I think.
That's an absolute low percentage pass by Hanson, and Vlahoff had someone wearing him.
Yeah, of course he had the advantage with the size, and if they could have got possession, then it's on, but got to be very careful. Wildcats need to protect possession. This game, particularly in playoffs, is about the degree of positiveness you use the ball.
Stewart for 3. In, out, no score. 30-23, Adelaide. Can they make them pay? 2.5 left. Penetration from Riley. The corner is Catalini. You'll love this if he nails it, and does for 2. Put on the line, and he punches the air.
It's a super start from Martin Catalini. He was none from 8 here in game 2. Very disappointed with his effort. He's too good a ball player to stay that far down, and he's come out and made his first.
Mike Dunlap told him just to get out there and play. Hanson tough bucket for 2, and the Wildcats move out again to a 7-point lead. Trimmingham has 12 for Adelaide, really 9, and leading the scoring for Perth is Vlahoff with 8 and Crawford with 7.
Guys, Trimmingham looks like he's sucking air a little bit.
He was doing that in the game too, Mike, wasn't he, early?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he's so slightly built that he has got to work so hard offensively against guys like Vlahoff and things like that. It just really does take it out of you.
Yeah, Vlahoff was very, very good in game 2, wearing him down with the upper body strength, and it doesn't get any easier. He's now got Hanson lying all over him, and that won't be easy to shift.
Catalini does a shoot over Grace. He's got the size. Brunson's got really to his right. goes to him. Pull-up jumper, little off the glass, banks it in. Well done, John Rillie. And all of a sudden, Rillie's got 11, but he started in similar fashion in game 2.
There's a definite focus from the 36ers. Rillie with 11, Trimmingham with 12, Marr 2, Catalini 2 for their 27. And if you look at Brunson, he's gone missing. But in the last 2 games, Timmy was very quiet in the first quarter. And he made sure that he did come back and score well. He had 7 in the first quarter in game 2.
Doherty might be seeing some early minutes. Stewart on the penetration. They come out to meet him. They're trying to deny Grace the ball and his left-hand side. That's the danger.
Well, I think that you'll see a lot of pressure on Ricky Grace. They'll want him to give the ball up. And I find that the attrition that will occur against the Wildcats will be something that the 36ers will want to wear down and try and come up with in quarter 4. There's a lot of pressure already on Trahere and Grace. Hence the substitution. This tends to put even more pressure as Trahere sits down and Philip Doherty comes in. Doherty's not a ball carrier, so Trahere is going to have a quick rest. Ricky Grace will have a lot of pressure put on by the 36ers defence now.
49 seconds left in the first quarter. What a first quarter it's been. Grace penetration through traffic. Floater banks it in off the glass for 2.
Good answer.
Grace has 5.
Good answer by Ricky Grace.
Brunson was always in trouble then, wasn't he? He came out behind that double pick, and when you have to run at a player like Grace, he's going to be able to wrong foot you, take you to the rack.
Davis put it on the ground. Hanson, little hand foul according to referee Michael Butler.
Yeah, I think he's called the hand in the body. Hanson was remonstrating. He figured he got the ball, and I think he did get the ball, but the contact was made on the body. As you can see him pushing there with the hip just before the hands come down. That will put Davis to the foul line. That is the Wildcats' 5th foul.
21 in game 2. There's Mike Dunlap. Now he's doing it tough too, John. He's got an incredibly bad back injury. It requires major surgery in the off-season, and you won't see him sit down too often. And when you see him walk the floor, he looks very lame.
Not a pretty sight with that gait. We were talking to him earlier. He's very loath to sit anywhere. Last possession, 20 seconds in the quarter. Ricky Grace is dribbling the ball and he's asking whether or not the 5-second situation is going to be called.
In game 2, very wasn't it? Vivid memories. 8 seconds left. Does he penetrate? He does, but comes off Hanson's foot. 5 seconds.
That'll be a foul. That's as good as a bucket.
Well, it's 2 shots, isn't it?
Yep.
Caught one in the eye too, I think, if he does.
Yeah, a little bump for his trouble as he went through. Good pass in there. Tried to penetrate, get the ball in. Tried to skip it back out. The foul was called before that.
That's a 3rd for Brett Marr, so isn't that some trouble? He's got the 2 points.
Yeah, that snuck up a little bit on the 36ers and on us. 3 fouls in the first quarter for Brett Marr.
Yeah, he got the very first foul of the game.
I think he got the 2nd as well.
Yeah, so, you know, you get those quick, and then, you know, last one with 4.5 seconds left on the clock, you know, it's got to hurt.
He was pumped up for a big one too, Marr. It'll be a test of his method. The Wildcats, we're coming down to 2 seconds. Brunson's going to have to shoot. He does. This could be big. No call. That is quarter time at the Perth Entertainment Centre. Game 3 of the quarter-final series. The Wildcats lead by 7.
Welcome to the House of Horrors.
Spirit in this place is very angry.
I was attacked.
Terror lurks behind every door.
No, they're in there. There's nobody in your room, Dorothy.
The X-Files, 8:30 Wednesday, and at 9:30.
You're not really a doctor, are you?
He may not always act like one,
How many doctors are walking the corridors with your sense of fashion?
but Dr. Arch Craven is a man of principle.
This has got nothing to do with my appearance and everything to do with your prejudice.
Medivac, 9:30 Wednesday after the X-Files on 10.
Okay, you've heard about the new cinema release from Disney. It's fantastic. It's out there now. Believe me, they've done it again. It's a true classic. But the big news is the characters are so great, McDonald's have produced an original release of their own. Watch out for it. This glass collection is amazing. $1.95 each, superbly chiseled. They're great. So do yourself a favour, make sure you catch these 4 great releases. Stunning stuff.
English? Oh, no.
Yes, Coca-Cola. I'll have Coca-Cola, sir.
Sorry, this is a hardware store.
If you thought Sheryl Crow's multi-platinum debut Tuesday Night Music Club was good, you ain't heard nothing yet.
Not the kind of girl you'd take home.
Sheryl Crow.
That makes you happy.
The sensational new album, including the smash, If It Makes You Happy. It just keeps getting better. Her new album, Sheryl Crow, out now.
When you see a tyre advertised, the price shown is usually only the price of the tyre. To have tyres fitted actually costs more. In addition to the tyre, there is the cost of a tubeless valve, the cost of computer balancing. You will probably need a wheel alignment, and in some cases you may need a tube. So when shopping for tyres, make sure you get the total cost of having them expertly fitted. At Ian Diffins, we willingly give you all these costs in our quoted price. We know that when you compare the real cost of new tyres, you'll save at Ian Diffin World of Tyres and Mufflers.
Up here, roof timbers shrink. Mortar between your roof tiles decays and cracks. But not if you specify Mortastic with your Pioneer roof tiles. Mortastic stretches. It's flexible like me. Boom! Mortastic from Pioneer, of course.
The Wildcats led by 10 at one stage in the first quarter, and James Crawford certainly came out firing. He's got 7 first quarter points. And this is a great block by Trimmingham, John, but Crawford equal to the task. Athleticism at its very, very best. Mike Ellis is sidelines with an update on Todd Lichty.
Gentlemen, the situation with Todd is he has obviously rolled that ankle again, the same one that he had injured before. It hasn't blown up like it did the first time he did it, which is a good sign at this point. He's icing it for probably 20 minutes, so I'd say that'll be him out till half-time, and then they will see how he goes, whether or not he can come back for the second half.
It's a cruel blow to Lichty, who's played through injury in the latter part of the season since he's joined the Wildcats, one with a cartilage problem with the knee and then that ankle. You can play with ankles, Mike, as we well know, but having done it so recently, internal bleeding might be a problem, and 20 minutes of ice is really to keep the swelling down, and then also to see if he can get back on and be mobile.
And the confidence thing is the other thing as well. You know, how confident is he going to be on that ankle?
There's a confident layup from Anthony Stewart from the set play from the start of the quarter. Well, they'll say it was a set play. Huge slice of luck.
Trimmingham 12, really 11 first quarter scorers. Here's Brunson, didn't score in the first quarter, finished with 20, averaging 27 points in the quarter-final series. Trimmingham in trouble, he's equal to the task. Over the top, Catalini. Trimmingham, you just can't keep him down, Trimmingham.
Well, Trimmingham knows that it's absolutely do or die. And Michael, you wonder, with such a huge effort from Trimmingham out there, just how much energy he's going to spend.
Well, exactly right. And I admire the man's effort at the moment. His endeavour is fantastic. He is going after everything.
Lahov drew the foul on Catalini, forced his way to the bucket. He's got double figures, 10. He'll go to the stop.
He's just too strong for Martin Catalini in that situation. I would suspect that Martin would be well advised to play in front and force the lead pass, because if Lahov gets the ball inside like that, he's going to operate most times.
He was always in trouble once he left the floor, wasn't he, John?
He was. Well, Wildcats now, Doherty seeing some minutes, matching up with Catalini. That might well work for Catalini as well. Doherty coming into the Wildcats this year, somewhat taking Catalini's place. Bit of pride there.
Biggest lead in the game, 11 points. They led by 10 on a couple of occasions. A floater by Trimmingham. Davis is there. It might be on Davis.
On Doherty, I think.
No, yeah. I thought Davis had the left arm resting.
Let's see if it's Grace. And it is.
Yep. Got the hand.
Yeah, he's in there. He saw Davis had a perfect offensive rebounding position, and he's just tried to do whatever he could to stop him. But unfortunately, the ref said you can't do that much.
And that's 3 for Ricky too. So I suppose Ma and Ricky have both got to be careful. They've only got 6 to give, of course. There's Grace. Oh, that was fortuitous. Trimmingham's complaining, which is not a good sign. He was double-teamed out there, and of course, in his efforts to regain possession, he's just slipped over the line. He's still having a word about it. Here you can see him going for it. He's just slid across. Grace pointed it out.
Grace is now sitting down. They've obviously got wind of the 3 fouls. He's got 7 points. There's Blahov. Trahair back into the game. Crawford.
Enormous pressure on Aaron Trahair, in my view, in this circumstance. He's had the long break, went off just before quarter time, has come in at a good 2.5, 3 minutes break, and now he has to step up and take the ball carrying role and the responsibility of running the point.
5-second shot clock. Vlahov in the corner is A.T. Trahair. Shot was short. Trimmingham working hard. Another board.
Stewart.
6 rebounds, Trimmingham.
Yeah, he's got a huge amount of rebounds out there, and that's not a bad effort from Anthony Stewart as well. They can't allow Trimmingham to get easy boards. They've got to wear him down, make sure that as the game goes through, he feels the pressure of people surrounding him, because, as we talked about it earlier, he's not the biggest frame out there. He's a great athlete, but a little slight compared to some of the people that are rebounding against him.
The Wildcats lead by 11 points, 40 to 29. Catalina, oh, that's almost a travel for mine. A very ordinary dribble. Brunson.
Oh. Fancy meeting you here in the Kiwi.
He got him in the guts with his head.
And didn't go down too far. He just sort of didn't move.
He's hit the 6-pack.
Yeah, hit the washboard. Here it goes. Boink.
Oh, thanks for coming. Guys, good defensive. Oh, there we go. Vlahov saying he was standing there, but he was certainly moving forward at that point, wasn't he?
Cat sandwich.
Yep, a bit like that.
36'ers with it to do here. Need to plug away. Trail by 11. Catalini finding Willie. Brunson's been quiet on the scoreboard out there. Not this man, though. He's prepared to go every which way. And, gee, he's so athletic that sometimes he runs the risk of falling and hurting himself as he gets that out. Or this Crawford, he thought about it, had a little look. Crawford again trying to post up with Willie on the side, and that's always going to be money for Jam in there if they can get the ball in that mismatch.
Well done, Stewart, to find him low post. Wildcats out now to a 13-point lead. They led by 19 in game 2, and Adelaide got it down to 3 at one stage. Wildcats have had a trouble with the third quarter.
Well, that's the quarter that really has helped the 36ers get back into the games. That's a great rebound by Crawford out there. Stewart carrying the ball down. A lot of pressure on him, so he pulls up for the jump shots. Probably rushed the shot just a little. It's almost a promise to make it shot in these circumstances. Trimmingham tried to go. Found Catalini. Little pressure there as Catalini takes the shot. Trimmingham kept it alive, but Trahair comes up with the ball.
Sloppy passage of play. Dunlap wants a timeout. Trahair wants help. Trimmingham pushed him in the back, and Leon Trimmingham has drawn his second foul.
That's a careless foul by Trimmingham and not a good passage of play for the 36ers.
Timeout. Wildcats lead 42 to 29. 8:35 left in the half.
Meet the new trainer.
Behold, the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
He's hip. Mama. He's funky.
That doesn't explain the lipstick on the dashboard.
He's up to something.
Police officers, freeze right there.
7:30 Thursday at all new Seinfeld. Then at 8.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The single guy's on fire.
I want to make hot, passionate love to you all night long.
He's the man with the moves. The single guy, 8 o'clock Thursday, following an all new Seinfeld.
Watch this world-famous magician take an ordinary $10 note and turn it into not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 quarter chicken and chips packs. It's no trick, it's a chicken treat.
Hi, Carl here. I'd like you to quickly jog outside, have a look at your roof, and if it looks like this or this, then race back inside and call Moderns on 240-1066. Because right now, Modern's Roof Restoration will repair, recoat and rejuvenate your greatest asset at a beat-the-heat summer sale rate and offer 6 months interest-free. Phone Moderns for roof restoration, streamlined roller shutters and Mod Secure monitored security. Make yours a modern home and beat the heat.
Computers, don't be fooled. You can afford the best.
Right now, Abacus has the latest genuine IBM Pentium computer slashed to only $23 per week. But hold on, Abacus will throw in a free Canon Colour Bubble Jet printer, a free colour scanner, and you get over 35 of the best software titles available, including the best of Australian software. Everything you see is now only $23 per week. Be quick, there's limited stocks. Only from Abacus, the largest computer and technology retailer in WA. There's a store near you.
10 years of hits, the ARIA Awards album. Celebrating a decade of great Australian music. 32 hits from 32 award-winning artists, all on this specially priced double CD and cassette. The ultimate showcase of Australian talent on the ARIA Awards album, 10 years of hits.
Up here, roof timbers shrink. Mortar between your roof tiles decays and cracks. But not if you specify Mortastic with your Pioneer roof tiles. Mortastic stretches. It's flexible like me. Boom! Mortastic from Pioneer, of course.
A recent Monash University study of 289,000 crashes rated Magna Australia's best car for driver protection. The team that designed it now have a new car. With a stronger safety cage, multi-link independent rear suspension, lighter, more responsive steering, and new, more powerful engines. Please consider the new Magna.
13 points to margin, 8:35 left in the quarter. Mike Ellis.
Hurley wants his team to push the ball at Trimmingham. He believes he's sucking air at the moment. He reckons he's tired and he wants to keep pushing at him. But for mine, I think Adelaide's shot selection has been pretty average in this last few plays.
Yeah, they're shooting at 41%. Crawford now brings up his 11th point. And Michael, the Wildcats are shooting at 71%. The only worry with that is that you know they can't maintain it. And there's got to be a little drop-off as the game progresses out there. So I think you're right. Trimmingham does look a little weary, but he knows this is an all-or-nothing game. He's going to keep on going all the time.
Ma playing on 3 fouls, gets via Stewart, doesn't go. Crawford, he's a big-time player, and he's performing strongly. 4 boards, 11 points. Vlahov, 10 points, and for Adelaide, it's really 11, and Trimmingham, 12 and 6 rebounds.
The real test for Trimmingham here, Tim, is whether he gets onto those offensive boards as effectively as he has in the first part of this game. Boy, that looked good. Good Doherty, good offensive board. This is where the Wildcats have the edge in size, have a bigger roster. Little lead pass there, looking for the blind pick. Crawford floats through and finds Stewart low on the baseline, and it's all net.
Lichty's absence with that ankle injury certainly does let someone like Doherty stand up, play quality minutes in a quality ball game.
The difference, of course, is the ball carrying ability. That's the weakness with Lichty and one of the ball carriers not there, because the Wildcats have gone big, and that's a little bit of a risk.
Brunson for Trey, and nails it. First 3 for Ricky Brunson, and he now has his team 14 behind. Vlahov wants to make it 16 and does.
What a great pass by Trahair. He saw the opening. You could see that Vlahov had the lead. Just sort of made it look fairly casual, like he wasn't going to do anything, and gave him a nice touchdown pass.
Interesting situation as well. Trimmingham has walked the length of the floor with the eyes watching the pine, is really struggling a bit. They've taken Davis off. And of course, the fatigue was a factor in that last lead pass. The 36ers just forgot where Vlahov was.
Ma. Here is Ma again, posting up. Trimmingham wants the ball. Brunson wants it also. Hits his second 3. Rick Brunson's got 6. Adelaide, 34.
Tends to warm to the task as Rick Brunson.
Turnover, Perth.
Looked like Stewie passed the ball to Grace on the sideline.
Trimmingham is running off. We have a timeout. Trimmingham has 12 points, 6:43 left in the second quarter, and Trimmingham, Mike, you picked it up very, very early, but I don't think the Adelaide bench don't seem to want to rest him. I mean, are they putting him lambs to the slaughter? What's going on here?
They can't, Tim. I mean, with Davis and Trimmingham, they must make sure that they keep people in. So it's interesting here. Now, Hurley was very quick to call that timeout. After that pass, he'd be concerned about the turnover situation, and he's only got 4 turnovers, but he'd be concerned that Anthony Stewart at the point passed that ball and there was nobody there.
Well, the championship is up for begging for both of these teams. Mike Dunlap is keen to get the message through to his Chargers.
Well, if you look at that particular stat for you there, 3rd in the regular season, and that's a very interesting statistic that teams finishing 3rd have won only one championship. That was the Melbourne Tigers here on this court in 1993. And, of course, nobody who has finished 6th has gone on to make the grand final. So we'll see at the end of this game whether those stats will ring true.
Interesting that they both finished the regular season with 16 and 10, and poor old Adelaide get the the trip away. Perth get the home court advantage.
Well, there were 4 teams that finished with 16 and 10, and the Wildcats had a big say in that when they lost the last game here to North Melbourne.
Yeah, the fortunate thing the Wildcats had was that they had the upper hand over all the teams that finished even. Makes it easier.
Ma. Trimmingham still working hard. Ma, good pass to Wheeler, and he'll cop one as well and go to the stripe to add the extra.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough situation out there. Good, aggressive drive coming through.
That's on Vlahoff.
Vlahoff, he's got his third
as well.
Yep. Little hand foul.
This is definitely going to be a war of attrition.
Didn't make the most of it. The Wildcats now have possession. Grace back on. He's playing on 3 fouls. Vlahoff and Marr. So some big-name players in foul trouble. We've still got 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Well, it's been everything we've expected. Tim has. That'll be a foul on Wheeler as well.
Good drive by Doherty, John. He took it strong. Saw Wheeler come out, tried to go around him. Still had the presence of mind to try and flick that little pass inside to Vlahoff.
Little stutter dribble there. Got it done for him. In game, what have we got out there? Vlahoff sitting down, taking a rest halfway through the second quarter. A lot of pressure on the Wildcats now to get the ball in. Hansen comes back in.
Screen set by Crawford. Opens up the way for Trahere. Doesn't go. Trimmingham's 7th rebound. Continues to work hard. He might be sucking it in. Imagine if he was fresh.
There's no doubt this boy will just keep going and going and going. I mean, he'll go till he drops because he knows if they don't win, he's got a long rest.
He just wants the basketball.
He does, and he's really the go-to man, Tim. He's a little unhappy about the contact out there as well. Feels that he's being a little bit handled incorrectly, and he's got to expect that attention. Because look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Wildcats. He's doing a lone hand. Doherty's left the feet. I mean, Doherty's just gone up to try and block the shot. A little bit of a wedge with the elbow. And, of course, now Leon Trimmingham is getting the treatment from the crowd, which he disdainfully ignores. First foul shot for Trimmingham, is it? No, it's his third. So he's 3 from 3, 4 from 4.
Wildcats led by 17 at one stage in this quarter. The margin is back to 9. Trimmingham, 14 points, 8 rebounds. Awesome stuff from Leon Trimmingham. Wasn't he called the weapon in Sydney or something? Didn't they call him a weapon or something lovely?
Don't know, whatever they called him. They were very appreciative of his scoring ability.
Yep, Grace. He was knocked on the arm when he put that shot.
Yeah, it's a smart move too from Ricky Grace. He continued through for the shot there. He knew the contact and he knew he was going to go to the foul line. Brunson's third. Just check with your fingers, Tim. Sometimes it worries
Well, yeah. Lucky I've only got 2 hands. Then you'd be in trouble. Doherty sits down. He gets 3 shots. That's what I was trying to.
Oh, that's Brunson's first.
3 effort. Sorry about that. I know. When I'm giving you one finger, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Well, that's normal. 10 points the margin. Interesting statistic as well. The foul shooting percentage for the Wildcats in game 2 was 78 against 60% for the 36'ers. 36'ers made 15 from 25. Wildcats made 35 from 44. That's not going to help their current foul shooting percentage, which is still fairly high at 70%.
Grace made 2 of 3. They lead by 11. The penetrations by Riley went all the way but didn't make the shot. Hansen was there. Wildcats in transition. Grace, will he penetrate himself? Goes to the corner. Stewart over. Hansen, big rebound. Hansen.
Oh, what a fly from Pete Hansen.
Crowd's up.
Hansen's come down on the trail. Elevated. They'll probably give him some oxygen.
Mark of the day, I would suggest there. What do you reckon, Tim?
Beautiful trailer. Look at this. Whoop, here you go. He hasn't got that high in 10 years.
He can get up when he needs to. Of course, the foul shooting's going to let him down.
He still hasn't come down. He's on a high after that. That's fantastic by Hansen, and he's already picked up a couple of boards. 3, in fact. Makes the second from the stripes, got 3 points, and the lead is out to 12.
Important part of the game now for both clubs, obviously with the scores very closely matched. No good. Trahere looking with a look away and finds Grace into Stewart. Good relay on the fast break.
Massive spread of scoring for the Wildcats, and Stewart was instrumental in the third quarter in lifting the Wildcats, stemming the flow of Adelaide.
Well, it's a very important time out there for the home club. They don't want to fritter away the good start. You can see the quick transition basketball at its best, getting the ball down quickly.
Poor old Brett Maher had absolutely nowhere to go. He had too many guys coming at him.
Brunson, left-handed dribble. Really at the top. McKinnon, low on the baseline at the left, little pull-up jump shot with the right hand, no good. Trimmingham got a hand to it, just couldn't pull it in. 3 on 2, they'll skip it across to Grace. Not enough time to set. He goes under to Crawford. This is a very impressive run by the Wildcats.
13 points to Crawford. Dunlap is under pressure. Adelaide's under pressure, and the Wildcats are pumped. Have a look at the Wildcats fans and the players. Vlahov leading from the front, 55 to 39. 4:18 left in the half.
Well, you have to say, as we did say in Game 2, what value on a crowd. And this crowd is absolutely alive. Tuesday night basketball here in the West. Mike Dunlap talking now about the need to make sure you're a little more patient. Take the shots, they'll drop. Be a little more patient, and you've got to get back on defense.
Get our asses back. And Brett Lawrence started with you. Hey, man, now we're into 7 seconds and a shot. The ball movement, we're taking better shots.
He's very unhappy with the ball movement.
What he's saying, Tim, of course, that he doesn't want possession to limit to 10 seconds. Come down, pass it around, plenty of shots.
Adrian Hurley would be happy.
I think he's really very pleased with the shot selection of the 36'ers. But now for the last 4 minutes, he doesn't want it to go crazy. Not just head down, tail up, push the ball by all means, have it structured, fill the lanes, keep the pressure on, keep them turning around. That comes through good aggressive defence and not giving up easy shots.
Turnover situation, such a pressure game, Mike and John. Only 7 turnovers total between these two teams coming up to half-time.
I think that shows the quality of the game, Tim. It really is a high-quality game, and both teams are playing very well. Just a quick update on Lichty. He will take no further part in this game.
Well, that is a body blow. Mind you, the Wildcats are doing what they have to do and doing it well at this stage. But there's a long, long way to go, and Lichty has been very instrumental in getting them to this little impact situation, and they will lose his ball handling ability and also his explosive nature.
Crawford, big rebound over Trimmingham. Is that the further sign of tiredness? Crawford!
Oh, Crawford absolutely livid.
Oh, you're not going to believe it.
Livid.
Trimmingham has put the very extremity of his heel on the line. Right, I mean, there was nothing in it.
Trahere for 3.
Oh, that has got to hurt. And if we talked about that timeout, Tim, where Dunlap was worried about the rotation of the ball and giving up possession so quickly, not working the quality of the possession time, straight from the inbounds, Trahere nails a 3.
17 points. Again, the equal biggest lead in the ball game. Davis has been quiet. Bounce past Trimmingham. He hasn't been quiet. Oh, by Crawford! And the Wildcats are off to the races again. Stewart with penetration to Hanson. Big Pete slapped on the arm by McKinnon.
Oh, they've stepped out of court again. Hanson's a little bit perplexed, but by geez, Crawford's come to play, Michael, and Trimmingham is looking at the vet.
Oh my goodness, that was one great play. I mean, look at this. Trimmingham is right up there, and guess who's there with him?
Trimmingham's a bit perplexed as well. I thought it was reasonably good officiating. 2 athletes, both playing the ball.
Grace from the corner. Big board again. That's rebound number 11 for Trimmingham.
And it is at the other end. Brunson comes up with the left-hander. Wildcats caught napping with that early shot, and I suspect Hurley won't be happy.
He's not. 58 to 43. The Wildcats in control of the ball game. The margin is 15. Trimmingham has 14, really 11 for the Wildcats. Crawford 13, Vlahov 12. A good spread of scoring, but once again, no Todd Lichty for the rest of the game.
Well, he will sit it out, and there's some concern for the rest of the series if that's the case. Brunson with 8, of course. Marr 2, Catalini 2, Wheeler has 2, really 11, and really had those 11 a quarter time. Dunlap didn't call this timeout. Hurley did. Trimmingham to bring up their scores and complete them has 14, but Hurley was a bit concerned with 3 minutes remaining. That last time down the floor, he got caught with his people turning around on an easy layup to the 36.
Anthony Stewart has had a big bearing in this game. Ricky Grace has got 9 points and 4 assists.
Yep. And I think the fact that the Wildcats in that little 3-4 minute spread were able to push the ball down the floor so effectively and convert was the difference for the game situation that came up. 43 plays, 58. 3 minutes before halftime. Do or die. Game 3. Wildcats having a considerable advantage. on the rebounds as well.
Mike Ellis.
Gentlemen, just listening to Hurley then, he obviously concerned with the defensive transition of his team, and I think that comes down a little bit to shot selection. If you take a quick one sometimes, then you can get caught napping and the boys can get off to the races. That's what Adelaide's done. He's very concerned about that, so he wants them to work the transition, but also make good shots down this end, which will help that, obviously.
Yes, and I think this is a critical time of the game, Michael, as 15 points can evaporate so quickly out there with poor judgments. 36ers will know that. They'll want to work hard. Wildcats, a little bit of pressure on them to maintain their focus and find the right man and nail the shot.
That would have been something special. Great assist from Grace. He stepped out of court. Crawford?
Mike, can you check that end line? Is it floating? About four times.
I think what's happened is the referees, he's got a caught on his foot and he's just dragged it up about 2 feet.
Alan Godden, the referee in question, he's been there 3 times and called exactly the same, so he's got his eyes firmly planted on that baseline. Here's Davis at the top. Brunson.
Defense is the key. 43 points to the 36ers. Trimming hands gone a little quiet. Brunson or Riley probably need to step up here. Riley's going to attempt it off the dribble and he does it well.
13 points for John Riley. That's his first points for the quarter. Had 11 at the first break.
Off the dribble, worked hard.
Yeah, good strong shot that. I mean, Grace was right there. Good hand in his face, but Riley equal to the task. Got a good jumper up.
McKinnon holding foul as Grace tried to slash through.
Well, that, of course, will be a shooting bonus. Dunlap's really questioning whether they're going to call that after the contact that has been in the game so far.
Good play, McKinnon. Played some good, important role in this Adelaide final series, and also was very good late in the season when Adelaide were up against it, even qualifying.
Well, a young player who stepped up, comes on, has an instant impact, confident, has the coach's confidence, comes out, takes the shots when they're there. Ricky Grace. 11 points for Ricky Grace. 4 assists.
No rebounds for Ricky. He usually does get a few.
He can get a few, particularly the defensive ones.
McKinnon's loose. Grace is in trouble. McKinnon makes him pay. No. Crawford. Rebound number 8 for James Crawford. There's Grace once again. We're going to deny him left-hand drive. In the corner is Stewart. Great hands from Riley, and now they go against Stewart. Frustration.
Frustration, claiming the foul first up. Dispossessed, came back, got it the second time. Of course, McKinnon will take the long walk. Both teams in the bonus, 1.5 minutes remaining. You see the frustration so often it happens. A player loses possession, makes a mistake, feels he's been hard done by, immediately goes over and tries to compensate, but finishes up compounding the problem.
And Adrian Hurley and Robbie Barnett having a few words between each other, just deciding whether or not they thought it was right, wrong or indifferent.
I can imagine who won that argument, Michael.
Well, you know who's generally going to have the last say, don't you?
Yep.
Wildcats fans doing their best to put young McKinnon off his game, but he makes both from the stripe. The margin is back to 13 with 1.5 minutes left in the half. Quarter-final series, game 3, the winner to meet the Magic.
Very interesting situation. They've taken the ball out of Grace's hands. Stewart's done well in bringing it up. They really haven't applied the pressure that I would have expected to have had them apply, as that's going to come up short. But Crawford once more, the veteran, keeps it alive. They'll need another 30-second offense. But they find Hansen inside.
Great kid, Grace. Sorry, John. Just so good. Ricky Grace, 5th assist in the first half.
He drove well on that left hand. A couple of up fakes. Drew the defence. Hansen saw what was on, came through, the dish was made, the assist went down, 2 points recorded against the Wildcats.
I think Adelaide have done a fair job so far, guys, actually of staying in this game. There was a chance there that it could have been a big blowout for a while, but they've worked hard. Now, here we go, he's going to call that. Now, Stewart's going to argue that who really did cause that contact, or should I say who really did cause that contact.
That's his third, is it, on Stewart? No. Oh, it's an interesting one out here now. We've got Riley on the foul line within the last minute of the game. 47 plays 62. Riley nails it.
There's no questioning Adelaide's resolve. They can fight back from a long way down. They've proven in both games. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I've got to watch you and your fingers.
No, I know. I'm 3, 4. What's the difference? Mike Ellis is
1.
Yeah. There's 2, and buy 1 for yourself. 42 seconds. left in the half. Here's Trahan posting up Hansen against Wheeler. Big body Hansen, pass to Crawford.
14 on the shot clock.
That's hard, tough.
He's in.
Hansen.
Oh, God, looks like he's playing a bit of volleyball there. He's giving it a slap.
Last play of the quarter and the half.
15 points in favour of the Wildcats. Stewart on McKinnon has to be very careful he doesn't get another foul at this point.
He's got 3. Okay, 5 seconds. Really tough shot for 3. In and out. The ball is still alive. 1.9 seconds. Can the Wildcats get a quick shot away?
They've got a special play for this. It'll be a hoik. And there it goes.
To Doherty, catch, turn around and shoot it, Doherty! Not quite, would have been special at half-time. The Wildcats would be happy with a 15-point lead. Adelaide are up against it. 64-49, game 3 of the quarterfinal series.
A crime laid out in black and white.
Look, our only purpose here is to find out who shot who.
A community seeing red.
You're dealing with that one nigga in 1,000 who knows what you can and cannot do.
I'm dealing with the nigger whose big mouth is responsible for this massacre.
And Andy's true colors coming out in the open.
You racist son of a... I was throwing it back at him. You don't get to throw that back.
I was not comfortable with those words. I am not comfortable with the thoughts behind it.
The episode that cannot be missed.
He was murdered, and the racist NYPD covered it up.
NYPD Blue, Thursday.
Watch this world-famous magician take an ordinary $10 note and turn it into not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 quarter chicken and chips packs. It's no trick, it's a chicken treat.
At Total Eden, we go that extra degree to make sure you don't waste water. With our water-efficient design service and expert advice, we guarantee you won't waste a drop.
Adventure World's unlimited fun is on again. All rides are free and you can go on as many as you like, as often as you like, making the fixed price of $22 adults and $18 children still the best entertainment value in Perth. So come and spend a whole day at Adventure World without spending all day.
Adventure World, Adventure World, we made it just for fun.
Than to stand in the bar.
Enjoy.
Off the pub with no beer.
Strongbow, sweet, dry or draft.
Win a basketball party for you and 9 of your friends, including shoes from Converse, NBL uniforms from Fitness, Pro Star basketballs and a portable backboard, plus a chance to mix it up with some of the NBL's star players. Simply grab a specially marked 4 and 20 party pack and watch Airtime on Saturday Arvo to see if you've won one of 20 instant prizes. And remember, each promotional pack contains a full colour collectible NBL basketball card from Futura. Slam dunk a 4 and 20 party pack today and win.
Look, up on the roof. It's someone breaking in.
No, it's Superman Antenna installing the new super high gain antenna at a winter special of only $135.
$135?
With Superman antennas, you'll see the difference. Call now on 245-2885.
When it comes to reticulation, Total Eden wrote the book. Everything you ever needed or ever wanted to know. From ponds to pumps, polypipe to pop-ups, taps to timers, wells to waterfalls, is all at Total Eden.
It promised to be a classic contest. That is exactly what has eventuated despite the 15-point margin.
Yeah, 15 at half-time at this game and 19, of course, in game 2 at half-time. And this man had a big impact, but we will not see any more action from Todd Lichty in the second half.
He's just returned sidelines on crutches. We'll get to him later. Match stats to half-time, John, and once again, it certainly works in the favour of the Wildcats.
Well, they're shooting at 58% against 41%, and interestingly enough, the number of shots taken is about the same. Foul shooting, 10 from 14 against 10 from 12. They had a great imbalance in their favour, the Wildcats, in game 2. Three-point line, 38% to 40, taken about the same. The biggest single difference happens to be in the rebounds, where the Wildcats have had 10 more rebounds than the 36ers. The rest of them pretty much line ball.
3 Wildcats in double figures to half-time.
Crawford 13, great start. Blahoff the captain's role. Grace 11, Trahere 9, of course, and Hansen chipped in with a big 7. Really had 11 at quarter time, needs to come up with a few more, and Trimmingham, although looking tired, he needs to add to that 14-point margin.
Just can't take a trick, Todd Lichty. There he is there. His right ankle is the bother, and you can see it's heavily iced.
Yeah, and it's blown up, of course, and that's a problem for the young man. He's been playing so well, desperate to show these fans how well he can play. I wonder if he borrowed Scott Fisher's crutches to come back from the change room.
Yeah, well, Scott Fisher, for those listening, go under the knife at 11 o'clock Perth time tomorrow morning. The Wildcats come up with first possession. Blahoff posting up strong. Ooh, little kick, get rid of Davis.
Little hippo-bumpo, and he got it back. No, he didn't. Yes, they do.
Make your mind up, John. What did they do? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Yeah, Lichty's not real flash. The doctor, I was just standing next to him having a chat. He's saying, looks, maybe a couple of weeks worth.
Gee, that'll be a huge blow to their championship hopes. It's Crawford steps up with 15 points. No Fisher, no Lichty for the next couple of weeks. Does that mean no championship? The pressure is on the Wildcats.
Well, I think that often this is when you find out whether champion teams are contenders or pretenders.
Well, there's someone out here who is not a pretender, that's for sure.
It's not often, Michael, that you see James Crawford be demonstrative with what he's done, but twice tonight he signalled to the crowd that he's on top of his game.
On top of the three-point arc is Aaron Trahere. He's got 12. He's 4 of 7. All his points have come from beyond the arc. The Wildcats out by 20.
And Crawford running down the court, punching the air again. He is pumped.
Davis, can he respond? No. Grace with the ball. Outlet pass to Stewart. Does he penetrate and drive? No, he waits for the Chargers. He waits for the Cavalry.
Oh, dear.
Trahere.
Yeah, that's a fairly confident shot. Why wouldn't it be out there? Aaron Trahere has 12.
Yeah, good effort by Brunson. Yeah. He was his only hope. He moved right in underneath Crawford. There was no way the shot was going to go in, but he did do the right thing and drew the foul.
Smart move by Brunson. He certainly played for the foul, and once Crawford was in the air, his job was to ensure that Brunson didn't score.
Crawford, 15 points, 9 boards. Rick Brunson on the line has a chance to be the third 36er into double figures. Doesn't do so. Misses second one from the line. Been a quiet night for Brunson. 9 points, just 1 assist. No steals, 1 board.
He's averaging 27 points in this series, so we could expect a few more fireworks from him. But important time for the 36ers. We saw them come back from a 19-point deficit in Game 2, reduce it to 4. But they're not starting with the same verve that they had in Game 2 out there after half-time.
Just the first foul for Mark Davis, but speaking of quiet...
He's quiet. Mark Davis, really one of the big players in Game 2, had 21. Was quiet in Game 1 with 9, and he only has 1 rebound to go with that, so he's been fairly quiet.
Posting up Blahoff on Davis. He has the boys out wide, and they are Trahere, Grace and Stewart. They're all waiting. Davis has drawn his second foul in as many seconds.
It's interesting as well, Mike. They seem to be isolating Blahoff against Davis, going inside and aligning that one-on-one play low on the block there, and Davis is struggling somewhat playing from behind.
Well, he was always going to struggle there, and he just used that arm bar to try and push Blahoff off the block.
They've made the switch now too, Mike. They've put Trimmingham on Blahoff.
Yeah, well, that's athleticism trying to go over power, and Trimmingham's going to struggle to hold Blahoff in the block as well.
Davis, just his 6th point. Blahoff yells and screams.
He was never going to get that call.
No, the harder he yelled, the less chance he had.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to wait till someone hits you.
Trying to deny the inbound pass to Stewart. Some pressure on the ball carrier at half court.
I think this is most interesting out there. They've got Brunson on Grace, and they've got Marr on Trahere, and of course Stewart's doing the lion's share of ball carrying, and it's working for the Wildcats because really he's not able to maintain the same pressure that the other two are doing on the ball carriers. That's going to be short.
It's a tough shot by Grace. Good defence by Adelaide. Marr sizes up his options for a 3 and hits it, and he's now got 5, and the lead is back to 14. Was 20.
Yep. And that's, you know, we keep on making observations about this. This game has such a tremendous potential for swings in terms of scoring rates. Team gets on a run out there. It's very hard to contain. And talking about containment, now that's a tough situation too, because Trimmingham will come up with his third.
No, he just counted goaltending.
And the goaltending, did he? I thought they'd called it. Fair enough. But it was a good spin move there from Blahoff on Davis.
Once again, Doherty checking in, seeing some good minutes. Check in again. Brunson for a 3. Marr in the land of the Giants. Really in open space.
Brunson's always at it, Mike. He even missed that rebound, but he was trying to pick Crawford's pocket again. He never gives up, does he?
Yeah, the big guys have really got to be careful of him. He can come in and strip him with that ball right underneath the basket. He does it very well.
It's interesting they've made a change here again now. They've got Brunson on Stewart. Now they're switching it back. Marr's on Stewart now. Stewart wheels. Plenty of help from Brunson. Ball comes up short. 36ers need to ignite the transition. Not quite getting it. Marr had a shot from there a minute ago.
And makes the second, as he did a minute ago, and has now got 8, and the margin's been whittled back to 13. And Adrian Hurley is giving Anthony Stewart a little bit of a wind-up as he sits down.
You've got to get back. You can't allow Marr to get on track. He's one of the players that holds the secret for the 36ers. He and really, in my view, need to step up from outside and put a lot of pressure on this interior defence of the Wildcats. Need to make those shots. Blahoff isolated on Davis. Crawford now on the keyway. Trimmingham trying to return the favour. Got up there and changed Crawford's shot. Crawford standing, and Trimmingham should be open underneath. Now Blahoff picks him up as really takes it and nails it.
Bang! They've hit from outside 3 in this quarter already, and Adelaide are on their toes. The margin is down to 10, and Adrian Hurley is about to rev up his charges as they lead 71-61, 7:28 left in the third quarter. Interesting enough, wonder what happens here with Perth, and I know Mike and John. Perth have got a terrible record, 3 in the third quarter. I think they've won only 1 of their last 7.
Yeah, it's something that's come to haunt them this year. They used to be the best third quarter team in the league last year in the championship year. This year they have faded in the third quarter. They've come out of half time and they've struggled to find their focus. And of course, you've got to give a lot of credit to the 36ers in that. The 36ers have come out, they've found Riley and they've found Marr. All of a sudden they've stepped up really with 18, and Marr now has 8. And all of a sudden there's a little bit of shooting touch, and there's nothing better than to make those outside shots, to make the opposition nervous. There it is, they can do that all night, and if they do that, it opens up the floor so very completely. So all of a sudden the 36ers believe, as they should with a 10-point situation, that they're right back in this game.
Mike Ellis, Adrian Hurley looked very angry. Did he deliver a similar message?
Well, I wouldn't say it was an angry message, certainly a stern message, and he certainly needs to at this stage. You know, things are not what they should be.
Out by 20 one stage, Mike, and all of a sudden it's down to 10.
Yes, and fairly rapidly too, Tim. It's something that happens quite quickly, and this is what Adelaide have the habit of doing. They do it very well. But a lot of it's caused a bit through possibly one-out stuff, just quick shots, and then the transition defence can't get back as well as it needs to, and Adelaide gets some easy buckets.
Well, that last play phase was so typical of that, Tim, where Davis had the ball inside the keyway, the big man couldn't get back, everybody collapsed on Davis, he kicked the ball back out, and of course that was a nice easy shot there, but really shot is short for Doherty.
Hansen into the game. Yes, the Wildcats look a bit bedraggled at the moment. I'll need to steady. Here's Marr through traffic. Really, this will hurt Perth, and does. And the margin, with a blink of an eye, is down to 7.
Really has 21. Started out with 11 at quarter time, 15 at half time, now has 21. Ooh, that's going to be a little hand foul on Trimmingham. I suspect it won't be a shooting foul.
There's no continuity in what they're doing offensively, John, is there? It's really has got to a stage where you've got guys standing around watching someone else do something.
Yeah, and in that circumstance, in the replay, Mike, you'd have to say that Ricky was a little bit lucky that the hand foul came out. Otherwise, he had nowhere to go.
It was always going to be tough, and there's a couple of steadying buckets if he can make both these foul shots, and I think the Wildcats need to dig deep defensively, but more importantly, get some better shots offensively.
Well, their judgments haven't been good. They need to make sure their offense starts to work for them, open up the keyway. Through that, build a little bit on the good shot, as really has since half-time.
Got 21 is really. Here's Brunson. Trinningham is still out there on 14. Marr over the top of Doherty. It's tough, and he has found the hand and the handle. Brett Marr into double figures with 10. And at half-time, he was very skinny. It's a timeout here at the Perth Entertainment Centre. The gap, can you believe it, is just 7.
Forget the rumours.
I thought you said Troy McClure was dead.
What I said was he sleeps with the fishes.
TV's biggest name
You're Troy McClure.
is back.
You may remember me from such dates as last night's dinner.
His star's on the rise in an all-new Simpsons.
Looks like you were wrong when you called him a washed-up deviant.
See guest star Jeff Goldblum, 6:30 Saturday. Then at 7.
So what do you think?
You know what you might want to do? Go out and get one of those Wonder Bras. I'm wearing one.
The Jeff Foxworthy Show, 7 o'clock Saturday, following The Simpsons on 10.
Watch this world-famous magician take an ordinary $10 note and turn it into not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 quarter chicken and chips packs. It's no trick, it's a chicken treat.
Hernandez, that pile of junk you sold me broke down again.
Yeah, is my problem? It's your car, it's your problem.
That car is guaranteed.
Oh, wise guy, huh? Well, wise up and read the small print and weep.
Listen, we can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Either way, you're not going to get your money back.
So are you just gonna rip me off?
You're not the first, and you sure won't be the last. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That was a commercial break for Hernandez Motors. And this is Ray signing off on Reef Radio.
My sister Vicky Ann is looking for a boyfriend.
I see.
Welcome to Sunray. Fascinating man.
I'd like to pay tribute, if I may, to the generous hospitality of Sunray Girls.
What if somebody else gets him first?
Like who?
Need your muffler replaced? Ian Diffin is now 40% cheaper on the most commonly replaced mufflers for Holden, Ford, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Nissan and Mazda. Save 40% on your new muffler at Ian Diffin Tyre and Muffler Centres.
A 17-4 run by Adelaide sees the margin. John back to 7.
You'd swear this was scripted, wouldn't you? The choreographers would have a great day with it if you look at the game too. That was 19-4 at half-time, and the Wildcats were lucky, and they may well score out of this. What's Marr going to do? He did enough to stop the shot. Hanson would have been disappointed he didn't make it. But Tim, you've got to give enormous credit to the 36'ers and their endeavour since half-time.
They have done a great job. They've been very smart in the way they've moved the ball. They've done a good job defensively to put the Wildcats out of what they're doing. And then down the offensive end, they've ran the Wildcats around, made it hard for the Cats to stay with them, and hence you'll see a change of defence from the Wildcats.
I think Mike Dunlap's concern in Game 2 on Sunday was they used up a lot of petrol to get that margin from 19 down to 3. Will the same happen again? Have they done it better? Are they fresher?
I think they have almost a carbon copy situation. I'd be a little bit concerned about Trinningham and Davis, but Davis hasn't done all that much. He could step up. Neither has Brunson. If those two guys decide to come up and have some input into the game, it might be interesting. The other thing, of course, is that Lickley's not on the floor. The Wildcats don't have that explosive nature, that explosive ability. There's a great look from Ricky Grace to find Hanson underneath.
And Hanson is starting to play a key role in this game. He is now into double figures. He's silencing his doubters. He's got 5 rebounds. And Grace has also got 7 assists.
Yeah, he's 4 from 4 from the field. And, of course, the lack of focus in that circumstance and allowing Hanson to be free has immediately seen the change come from Dunlap as Davis sits down.
John, to get back from a deficit like 20 points, you've got to do very little wrong. And you've got to continue to do that for the rest of the game. And that's where the problems come for Adelaide. They've got to be able to continue with this pressure and this momentum they've got up. And that man right there is doing a fair job of keeping it for them.
There is first point since the long break. Here is Stewart on the drive. Offensive foul. He's not happy. That's foul number 4 for Anthony Stewart.
Well, it's a difficult one. Stewart's gone in. Referee's been in the ideal position to call it. Here it is on replay for you. The right arm has gone out. Of course, Riley has taken a dive. Why wouldn't he?
the Wildcats going big again. Mike, do you think this could create a problem? No Lichty, Stewart on 4 fouls, and Ryan Gardner not suiting up. I'll ask you.
Well, yes, obviously that's going to cause problems. Admittedly, you've got Trahair, who's been sitting on the bench for a while, but it puts a lot of pressure on guys like Grace and Trahair.
Here's Grace to the races. Foul on Riley, and John Riley has just drawn his first foul for the evening.
A fair foul it was too.
Tough effort, Mike. He really would give up the legs and the afterburners to Grace in that contest, but he never gave up. He stayed there, little stumble, got the hand on it, did a great job, really got down there.
Yeah, certainly not pretty, but definitely effective.
Yep.
He's having a fair night is John Riley, 21 points, 5 of 7 from the arc, 4 assists and 3 rebounds.
So often it can happen. Tim really had 20 points in game 1 in Adelaide. He went a little quiet, 12 points in game 2 against the season's average of 14. Now he's stepping up. His pride was stung. He knew that he could play better, and he's showing that on this floor tonight. And there's a little miss from Ricky Grace. 14 from 19, the Wildcats, 74% against 11 from 14, 79% to the 36'ers. Big games are often won at the foul line. 9 from 11, Ricky Grace. He's certainly caused some problems with his penetration, his dribbling ability. They've sent him to the foul line more often than not.
5 Cats into double figures now. Here's McKinnon with the ball. 10 seconds has elapsed on the shot clock. Brunson just for 9 points, averaging 27 in this series so far. McKinnon, penetration. Brunson.
Yes, it was very, very much on all the time once the reversal of the ball came back, and Brunson looked confident in that shot. That's his 12th point. Keep in mind he has been averaging 27. There's a good inland pass there from Grace.
Long arms of
Trimmingham.
Brett Wheeler, I think.
Wheeler, was it?
There, yeah, he just wound those arms out.
Easily mistake to make, John. Easy mistake to make.
Yeah, I know. It's the haircut that throws me.
There's Grace. Again, they try to deny the left-hand side.
That's going to be a turnover and a bucket. Grace should foul him. Oh, he got away with it. Oh, look at that.
Now
the other way.
He got called for the late one, did Ricky Grace. But Hanson's been pinged for the foul, and now that is Pete Hanson's 3rd.
Clearing out somewhat. Well, Grace, I thought he might have fouled. He didn't. Had the benefit of the roll. Hanson came down to get the board, and he wore the foul. Here it is on replay. There's not much doubt about clearing out, is there? Left arm went boink.
Well, John, Grace has got 3 fouls. If he fouls then, that's 4. Yep. There's still a long time left in this game. I suppose realistically he did make the right decision.
Yep, he did.
By the way, the margin is back to 7. 78-71 inside 4 minutes into the third quarter. Penetration, Grace, he was mugged by 3.
The Adelaide 36ers are screaming about the travel situation on Grace there. On one side of the floor, Brunson is talking about the foul at the other during the shot. You can see Grace going through 3-on-1. That's not bad odds, and he'll go to the foul line.
Grace will go because they're in the bonus situation to the stripe. Mike Dunlap is absolutely fuming. He's calling Alan Godden, the referee. He wants his attention.
He doesn't want to ask him what day it is either, I shouldn't imagine.
The referees have been here, the same referees who had in game 2. They've had a lovely couple of days, they said, enjoying the Perth sunshine. 25 degrees out on the coast.
They've done well.
Around Adrian Hurley's for a barbecue? No, they didn't. Grace on the line, hasn't he been there a few times tonight? Make it 13. He's got 11 of 13. He's got 16 to be the leading scorer for the Cats.
Brunson's open. They've covered it up. Wildcats in the 2-3 zone. The risk in the 2-3 zone is Gillette, the player on the wing, on the ball reversal open. He gets time to set. The hair now putting some pressure on the ball. Back to Brunson, really in space. Penetrating dribble. Kicks it back to Brunson from the point. It's short.
Oh, that's real short.
A lot of defensive pressure there from Grace.
I think the crowd think it's an air ball.
I think they're just actually mentioning it to him.
Timeout. Mike Dunlap wants to keep his Chargers on their toes with 3:30 left, and they're still yelling out air ball to Rick Brunson. Cruel. They are cruel.
Well, 12 points for Brunson.
Hard but fair.
Well, listen to him. It's like a cricket crowd. Unbelievable.
It's a big crowd for a Tuesday night, isn't it? Enormous. Absolutely.
Is there a future for Tuesday night basketball?
Well, if you look at the NBL going to summer and the increase in the number of games, they would certainly be looking very closely at the attitude of fans throughout the country to this sort of game.
Do you think Mike Dunlap knows what day it is at the moment?
I think he not only knows what day it is, he's probably thinking about tomorrow. And he wants to make sure that tomorrow is still there for his club. And he has come so far, and he remembers that the Wildcats knocked the 36'ers out of the semi-final situation last year with 2-0, and he doesn't want a repeat of that circumstance, even though it could be 2-1 either way. There's an awful lot in this game to go yet. 9 points, goodness me. It's been an ebb and flow situation since halftime, and how evenly are these clubs matched?
Unbelievable. There's never much between them, and that's why I think that the margin in game 2 was an absolute blowout as the air ball cry goes up again for Rick Brunson.
It's just in case he forgot.
Are we at Wembley Stadium or what?
Let's have a listen. That is the air ball. Don't worry, Rick. You can silence them yet. There they are, the mongrels. The entertainment centre. The margin is 9, 3:20 left in the third quarter.
Wildcats now lining up their 1-4 alignment, spreading the floor, looking to keep the lane down the keyway open as Hansen goes inside, looks to post up. Grace, he thought about Hansen, changed his mind, 7 on the shot clock. That's a trouble. Looking for the foul was Andrew Blahoff. Trimmingham thought he might wear it, but Godwin said a trouble.
Wildcats standing around looking, and Ma makes them pay for that. He's got 13. He's hit 3 from beyond the arc this quarter.
6 the margin right now, and the crowd can say as they will, the 36ers are doing their job.
Oh, ambitious Ma. Slips catch. Brunson was out of court when he threw that back in.
Wildcats are standing watching, Michael. They're not moving. They're one out. They're not running through their offences, and the 36ers know how important it is to try and get in front by quarter time.
Well, the thing they're doing as well, John, is they're getting down transitionally to offense very quickly. And, as we saw that last time, the Wildcats way slow defensively, and Ma really punished them.
Yep, he does. Adelaide, gee, they're courageous. They're outstanding. Beautifully coached, beautifully drilled. Here's Trahair from the corner. That is what Perth needed. Trahair has now got 15.
Well, it's a big answer, isn't it, from the corner. He spots up there so regularly, and that was all net. Crawford has 15, Trahair 15, Grace has 15, and Ma looks to add to his score the little pull-up jump shot. Got a hand foul in here on Ricky Grace.
That's number 4 for Grace.
Yep. Trahair is 5 from 9 from the three-point line. He has 15. He's 5 from 12 overall.
All his points are from out there.
Yep.
The few he's missed, I think he's had a couple of shots in close when the shot clock's been running down, had to force a couple up.
Brett Maher's having an outstanding quarter, had 2 points to half-time. He's now got 15.
Extended pressure. Brunson almost picked Trahair's pocket. Grace and Trahair on the court at the moment. I suspect they'll sit Grace down as soon as they can.
Well done, Trahair. Got the deflection from Brunson. Grace, float up, gets the roll.
Gave it enough legs to come back. Catalini on the floor and open underneath. On the baseline. Skips it across here to really with a pump fake, goes into Catalini. He's got time, he's got the space, he just hasn't got the points, but Catalini got it back.
Ma is open, he's X'd the spot, the shot was short, Catalini trying hard. Trahair, does he show enough for the ball? Brunson wants to pick the pocket.
Lahoff's open underneath, Trahair goes up and finds the rim. There'll be a foul on Trahair, that is not good selection.
He won't be happy with that. As soon as it let it go, he just chased straight after it. He knew exactly where it was going. Unfortunately, someone else happened to beat him to it.
Yep.
He knew straight away, didn't he?
Well, they're the sort of shots that put enormous pressure on players. It's almost a promise to make it shot in that circumstance where they don't need to take it. You're a hero if you make it, but by the same token, if you get it underneath and work some structure, at the other end, of course, it's 2 you haven't got and 2 the opposition gets.
Hopefully the Adelaide viewers haven't gone to bed because their team is doing an outstanding job. They trailed by 20 points in this quarter and the margin is back to 7, and Brett Maher has been the trigger.
Yeah, he certainly has come out. He has 17 points and he had 2 at half-time. 15-point quarter, Hansen underneath, Blahoff. Defense is aggressive from the 36ers. Doherty on the baseline. 12 on the shot clock. Minute 20 on the quarter, and Trimmingham has picked Trahair's pocket and he's gone straight past. Look out!
That was very delicate, wasn't it?
It was delicate.
Mind you, at the pace he was going, if he had have gone big, he could have swung right up underneath the supports.
Yep, and could have ended up in Scarborough, which is a long way away if he didn't stop. Here's Vlahov. The margin is 5. A great fight back by Adelaide. They're based on courage. They're based on their intestinal fortitude. They're back in it. The Wildcats need a big bucket. Coming up to halftime, can Grace provide? And he can!
Oh, that's a long way out, and he's nailed it. 41 seconds remaining in the quarter. 8 points the margin. A little desperation in the Wildcats, though. If they've got to rely upon those shots. Oh, talk about desperation. Willie was there to mop up.
Grace has got 21. 2 shots left in the quarter. You would think Adelaide have got 15 seconds. The Wildcats will have it out in 8 seconds.
Catalini's open on the block. Short corner as Willie finds the net for 3 more.
Last play of the quarter, one would think the Wildcats. The margin is again 5. Can they respond with a big bucket on 3/4 time and lift this crowd? Hit the entertainment centre. Grace. Oops, lost the handle. Numbers. Trimmingham. Just makes it on 3/4 time. Doesn't matter because the margin is 3 points. 88 to 85, and the game has got a new look of it.
I can't believe it.
Sunday, there's a pitter-patter of tiny feet on the way.
Check it out.
So look who's talking now.
They like each other.
Mongrel, bitch.
Golden Globe winner John Travolta in a Raiders comedy premiere with Kirstie Alley.
You brought both of these dogs in here, so you fix it.
With the voices of Danny DeVito.
Like you never sniffed a butt.
And Diane Keaton.
I hate this haircut. My butt is freezing.
For the very first time.
Whoa, is she in heat or what?
Look who's talking now. 8:30 Sunday on 10.
What you want.
The new Global series from Dish Legs. Quiet, like nothing on earth.
Time for a doorstep challenge, but it's not for Nappy Sand. It's for this new Nappy Sand Plus. It's an advanced laundry soaker. Let's go knock on this door.
Surprise!
What's your name?
Penny.
Come out here so we can all see you, will you?
Oh, I look terrible.
Oh, you look terrific. What's the worst thing you ever washed?
The bibs.
Could a couple of us just sort of come and have a look?
Yeah, okay then.
What's that, this morning's breakfast? Or?
Certainly is.
Obviously it's a little boy.
It is.
How about you whack them in with the new Nappy Sand Plus?
All right.
I'll leave it with you, and we'll come back after you've done tomorrow's wash.
Okay then, not a problem.
Ready to show the whole country?
Yes, looks great.
And what was on there?
My son's breakfast. It's pretty yuck.
And the colours came up well, didn't they?
Yes, that's great. Yes, it's getting an old bib, so it's going well.
So there you have it. New Nappy Sand Plus. It'll beat a wider range of tougher stains. Why don't you try it on yours?
Hernandez, that pile of junk you sold me broke down again.
Yeah, is my problem? It's your car, it's your problem.
That car is guaranteed.
Oh, wise guy, huh? Well, wise up and read the small print and weep.
Listen, we can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Either way, you're not gonna get your money back.
So are you just gonna rip me off?
You're not the first, and you sure won't be the last. And there's nothing you can do about it.
That was a commercial break for Hernandez Motors. And this is Ray signing off on Reef Radio.
Another great jam for the Wildcats. Hey, Wildcats fans, look for these free Wildcats bases under these coat cups. All your favourite Wildcat stars. Trade them, play them, collect all 10. Yes, your favourite Wildcats are now in Coke Cups. Just peel off the bottom when you're finished.
Hey, Fish, what'd you get?
Wildcats faces, available now for a limited time in specially marked Coca-Cola cups.
Computers, don't be fooled. You can afford the best.
Right now, Abacus has the latest genuine IBM Pentium computer slashed to only $23 per week. But hold on, Abacus will throw in a free Canon colour bubble jet printer, a free colour scanner, and you get over 35 of the best software titles available, including the best of Australian software. Everything you see is now only $23 per week. Be quick, there's limited stocks. Only from Abacus, the largest computer and technology retailer in WA. There's a store near you.
Margin was 20 early in the third quarter, but Adelaide's resolve, John Gardner, just continues to astound.
Well, you have to take your hat off to Mike Dunlap. He's here in enemy territory. He's done it again in the third quarter. He's brought it back to a line ball situation. 1 3-pointer separating these two teams that have had such marvellous struggles. 12 minutes of action-packed basketball. The end of the season for one, the other goes on to the semi-final.
And tell me neither side's going to be desperate right here. I mean, this is just going to be a great quarter, and you've got to give Adelaide so much credit. They've done a fantastic job to get back to this position right now.
Absolutely, and they're just so cool. 20 points, Grace, who drew the foul.
It's the penetration that can hurt you out there. And, of course, the Wildcats need a lot more of it from Ricky Grace. He has 4 fouls. He needs to penetrate. He's gone through. He's been banged by Catalini. This defence that the 36ers have had in that third quarter has been desperate, dedicated, and it really has forced the Wildcats into making some fairly poor judgments. The other end, of course, they've got some transition as well, Mike.
Well, they have, and I think the thing that Adelaide have always believed in themselves is that they know they can come back. They've got that air about them where they believe, even if they're down 20, it's never over. And you've got to admire them for that.
Gee, Mike, they've done it for the last 3 games, haven't they? Against North Melbourne and then against the Wildcats twice. You've got to admire that endeavour.
Well, you've got to ask the question, what are you doing getting yourself in such a hole to start with? Make life easier on yourself, boys.
Wildcats back to their man-to-man now. Catalini along the baseline. Little reverse on the pull-up jump shot. Trimmingham got a hand to the ball.
Oh, don't show it to him for hair. Doesn't. Grace. Tough.
Oh, that is a tough layup. Give the pass some credit, but give the pass the credit to Ricky Grace to finish it off. He couldn't have done much better, and the defence deserves some credit too. He was right there and made it a tough shot.
Good no call, John. I thought, really? No. Good defence by Crawford. He's run around Trimmingham. Got his hand in there.
Been composed tonight, Crawford, so far in a tough battle. Probably needs now to talk about the veteran status and what he will do with Trimmingham in a one-on-one situation.
There is really from downtown. He has got the hot hand from beyond the arc. 7 of 10, 27 points game high.
He has found nothing but bottom all night.
2-3 zone out there. They're almost at 2-1-2. Doesn't matter. There's some holes. Vaha finds it. Oh, that's a great effort out there on defence from Catalini. Good put back by Crawford.
James Crawford just for 2 points in the third quarter. He's now got 17. And hope you're enjoying the action. The Walsh family of Balladura, a suburb here in Perth, who sent us a lovely letter, Mike and John, during the week, saying that they enjoyed the telecast. And it's nice to receive some positive mail every now and then.
We hope that everybody's enjoying it out there, because this is top-class action. This is what the Mitsubishi Challenge is all about. 2 quality teams. Wildcats been in the playoffs since 1987. 36 has been there for the last 4 years. Both of them desperate in this last quarter. And really he's done it from the inside. Gone right through the pack. Put up a 2-pointer off the glass.
Really with 29 leading the scoring. Stewart X marks the spot.
An important shot for Anthony Stewart. Struggled a little bit in the third quarter out there. Lost a little. Oh, Brunson from range. No, Crawford's ball. Really's going to get him. Oh, gee, that's 2 or 3 times. And then Brunson's come out and really got all the Hurley is incensed. Needs to be careful.
He'll get a tee here if he's not careful.
Got a
timeout. Timeout, Mike Dunlap. Here it is here, though. Almost loses the ball. Grace, whose foot? Hard to tell from that call. Mike Butler reckons it's an Adelaide ball. We'll take a break from the entertainment centre. 7 points the margin.
For your chance to win a trip for two to Hollywood, watch Channel 10's Seinfeld, weeknights from 7.
Oh, yeah!
Then tune in to the all-new 96.1 Triple M Situation Seinfeld. Answer a simple question and win a Seinfeld pack. Plus, be in the draw for a trip for two to LA, where you'll visit Columbia Studios.
The more offensive spectacle I can't recall.
Situation Seinfeld, the competition about nothing. From the all-new 96.1 Triple M and Channel 10.
Watch this world-famous magician take an ordinary $10 note and turn it into not one, not two, not three, but 4 quarter chicken and chips packs. It's no trick, it's a chicken treat.
The Mega Sprite bottle. It's big. It's real big. But it ain't that big.
It's big to me.
Take it on.
Another great jam for the Wildcats.
Hey, Wildcats fans, look for these free Wildcats faces under these coat cups. All your favourite Wildcat stars. Trade them, play them, collect all 10. Yes, your favourite Wildcats are now in coat cups. Just peel off the bottom when you're finished.
Hey, Fish, what'd you get?
Wildcats faces, available now for a limited time in specially marked Coca-Cola cups.
Always Coca-Cola.
You need to watch Seinfeld.
This is my lucky day!
For your chance to win one of 2 fabulous Sony home cinema systems, including a Super Trinitron television, cabinet, and surround sound speakers.
Did you see that, Jerry?
So let's face it, you get the funniest show on television and a superb Sony home cinema system to enjoy it on.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
The show about nothing gives you the prize with absolutely everything.
Hey! Watch out, boy.
Only during the all-new Seinfeld.
Oh, I'll be back.
Need your muffler replaced? Ian Diffin is now 40% cheaper on the most commonly replaced mufflers for Holden, Ford, Mitsubishi, Toyota, Nissan and Mazda. Save 40% on your new muffler at Ian Diffin Tyre and Muffler Centres.
It's going to be hard to sleep, John Gardner.
Well, all the pressure on these athletes out here. They've toiled so manfully all year, and it's boiling down to the last 10 minutes.
And why shouldn't it be? That's exactly what it should be like. It's playoffs time, and you would expect nothing less. Oh, here we go. There's that man really again. Boy, gee, has he taken this game by the scruff of the neck, or what?
He's let his hair down. He's got 31, and then some.
And actually, you've got to give a lot of credit to Ma. He made the baseline drive, committed Crawford, and made the space underneath and the committal on the defence. 36 has gone to the man-to-man, and they almost came up with the steal again. Brunson is out there determined to pick pockets. Offense started a bit early. Grace into Crawford, turn around. Never looked like it. Trimmingham with a hand in the face.
Rebound 14 for Leon Trimmingham's at 20 points. The margin is 5. Give the ball to Really They Cry. Trimmingham wants a piece of the action. That's almost offensive. No call. 2 points for Leon Trimmingham. He's got 22. The gap's 3.
I remember seeing that same shot in Game 2 on Sunday from him.
Yeah, he's done a few of those. A little stepper. Come up there. 3 points the difference. By gee, it's a lottery right now. Crawford,
Holding
that'll be on
against
Trimmingham. Little hand foul. Does that make it, Tim, for Trimmingham 4?
I've stuck 4 fingers up, so I think it's 4. I know I've misled you 15 times out of the last 16, but
well, I
right.
wouldn't start there. I'd go back to the start of the year.
Thanks a lot, mate. We've sat together all year and you're finally coming clean. Here is Grace.
The truth comes out under pressure, doesn't it, Tim, eh?
Oh, yes. What about me? I'm under pressure if Adelaide win. I won't never get back into South Australia. Grace in traffic, banks it in, wanted a call, didn't get it.
Brunson's got a tweak. Brunson's gone down. Is it an ankle or a calf? No, it's an ankle. Looking for it. Gee, and you can imagine the pressure on him. He's going to tighten the laces up, tighten them as hard as he can and suck it in. Hope that the laces will be tight enough, Michael, to stop the circulation and the feeling.
So, exactly right. And I've got to tell you, there's no way in the world he would want to go off right now.
No way. The margin is 3, 97-94. Stay with us. This is a classic game. This is grand final proportions, not quarterfinals.
Well, nice spin move. That'll be an arm bar offensive.
Oh, boy.
That's a big call. That's number 5. And, of course, the referees are rightfully calling that. Trimmingham's arm comes up after the parallel out there, and that becomes an arm bar. If he kept it down, he's got a chance.
Crawford sits down with 17. Here it is, John.
Yeah.
Fair clipper under the ear there.
He was too. He was in trouble if he'd have kept on going too. There's a big body waiting on the other side. Now we've got Brunson limping with that left ankle. Trimmingham sitting down. 8 minutes to go. A big ask here from the veteran Mark Davis and Catalini in his first year with the 36'ers. They have to step up right now.
By the way, we've still got 8 minutes to go.
It's a long time, isn't it?
Oh, isn't it? What?
Long time. Grace from range. No good.
So they've got a chance to level if they can knock down a triple, and really, he's done that 7 times. Davis, bread and butter stuff from Davis. No, Hansen just wants the ball. Big board. That's his 7th rebound.
Oh, that's almost hospital stuff. Trahair's got to make this. Oh, had a thought about it, didn't it?
Catalini does well, protects the ball under pressure.
Oh, he's really down here on the 45. That's cash money. Oh. Good effort, Stewart.
Oh, I think if Stewart had have just lay there and not make the effort to grab the ball, he might have got the benefit of the call. But it was a good effort against a big body.
Boy, oh boy, the way Riley's been shooting, I mean, it was a bit hard letting him that loose right out there.
69% overall, amazing. And he's 7 of 11 at 64 from the arc. Mark, catch, shoot, connect, no. Stewart, Catalini, great stuff by the Cat. Really gets by out Grace. Ricky Brunson's got the burners in and out.
Oh, it'll come back. It'll come back to the 36'ers. Wildcats a little frustrated there. They had the ball in the hands. That man looks remarkably poised.
The momentum. Is it with Adelaide? I tend to think it is.
You think it'd have to be there, Tim. I mean, 3 points of difference after such a comeback, and that... Oh, you talk about the muscles contracting a little bit with the pressure.
Gee, he had an open lane to the hoop too. The Wildcats give it to him. He had to take it. Oh, what a great pass by Trahair. Just too quick for Vlahoff to hang on to.
Yeah, the pass was fine. Vlahoff was expecting the shot, didn't expect the pass. And how critical may that come. Brunson, bring it down. They've slowed Brunson down a little bit with that ankle. Looking to go inside to Riley. Posting across to Catalini. A lot of time there. Riley comes out with space. Once more. What, last 4 times, Mike, it's come off somebody's hands.
Yeah, and Stewie's been in the thick of it down there. He's doing a good job rotating down to help out.
He's done a good job too. Alan Godden, the referee, down there. He's called some pretty interesting ones tonight. Brunson really is open. Brunson's now open. Spots up. Clean out. Vlahoff rebound.
Such a superlative game, such great craftsmanship, such great skill. In the last couple of minutes, you've seen the finals pressure come to bear. People missing shots they normally make.
Well, I think you've got to give the credit to some defence too, John.
Yeah.
Great play, Grace. He's penetrated, drawn, dished off to Vlahoff for the easy layup. Superb play.
10 assists, Ricky Grace. 25 points. He's having a night out. The Wildcats have turned the ball over a fair bit, though, in the last quarter. Here's Riley. Stewart's down. His ankle's hurting. Might be even his knee. Posting up this Catalini turnaround jumper in his face. Good tough shot by the Cat.
That was a tough shot. He faded, and Vlahoff didn't have the springs to go with him at that point. 3 points the margin now. 5.5 minutes remaining. Game 3, elimination final here at the Perth Entertainment Centre.
Brunson probably a bit tired. Sorry, John. I'm just saying. Stewie's got Brunson on him. Brunson's definitely still hurting on that ankle. Stewie needs to be doing a lot of change of direction and getting him moving because he's not going to be able to stay with him.
Vlahoff cuts through. Travel.
Call to the travel.
Well, they better get back on defence because Adelaide have whipped the ball in real quick.
Catalini's on the break on the right-hand side. Brunson slowed it down a bit now.
Look a bit jaded, the Wildcats. Look a bit out of focus, out of kilter. Brunson, can he make them pay? He does, and we have a tied ball game, and Brunson's going spare, 99 points apiece.
Cannot feel anything. Right now he's tied the ball game up. Substitutions are made. Hansen sits down, Crawford comes in. Well, just under 5 minutes as Rick Brunson ties it up, 99 apiece.
Why didn't we just play the last 5 minutes of this game, eh? Instead of going through all that other stuff.
Oh, took his eyes off it. That's going to be a bucket to Adelaide. They've got 3 on 2, 4 on 2. Here's taken a dive and Rilly's taken the bucket.
Well, look at Adelaide trimming, and they're slapping, they're high-fiving. There's a long way to go, and Adrian Hurley needs to talk it over.
Welcome to the House of Horrors.
Spirit in this place is very angry.
I was attacked.
Terror lurks behind every door.
I don't know. They're in there. There's nobody in your room, Dorothy.
The X-Files, 8:30 Wednesday, and at 9:30.
You're not really a doctor, are you?
He may not always act like one,
How many doctors are walking the corridors with your sense of fashion?
but Dr. Arch Craven is a man of principle.
This has got nothing to do with my appearance and everything to do with your prejudice.
Medivac, 9:30 Wednesday after the X-Files on 10.
The sweetest dessert in the shop is Triple J's Hottest 100 Volume 3. From a creamy single cone to a tropical sundae. A delicious double scoop containing 32 of your favourite flavours. Whatever you fancy, Triple J's Hottest 100 has the creamiest sounds around. Taste it now.
Finally, you can have a private live consultation with a member of the British Psychics and Astrologers Association, the psychics to the rich and famous. What does the future hold for you? Go on, unravel a mystery. Ring 1900 10 10 20. All this and more is less than 1 hour from Perth at Marapana Wildlife World, midway between Rockingham and Mandurah on Paganoni Road. Marapana Wildlife World is open every day from 10 till 5. For further information, call 537-1404.
Computers, don't be fooled. You can afford the best.
Right now, Abacus has the latest genuine IBM Pentium computer slashed to only $23 per week. But hold on, Abacus will throw in a free Canon Colour Bubble Jet printer, a free colour scanner, and you get over 35 of the best software titles available, including the best of Australian software. Everything you see is now only $23 per week. Be quick, there's limited stocks. Only from Abacus, the largest computer and technology retailer in WA. There's a store near you.
I'm not totally blind, but I might as well be because I can't really do anything for myself without someone helping me. Must be a real pain to everybody, especially a mum. The thing that hurts most is that I can still see the crash. I remember we were lost and I leant down and I undid my seatbelt and I remember sliding forward and I grabbed the directory and then the noise. I took my hands away from my face. I could see blood. I suppose I can't work out why I've been punished, you know. Just because I undid my seatbelt for a couple of seconds. Sorry.
Look, up on the roof. It's someone breaking in.
No, it's Superman Antenna installing the new super high gain antenna at a winter special of only $135.
$135?
With Superman antennas, you'll see the difference. Call now on 245-2885.
102 to 99. Mike Ellis sidelines.
Yes, that's a great effort by Riley. He's just having a blinder, and obviously Hurley's a bit concerned about that. Wants some defence. We see the good defensive play by Catalini in there. Boy, this is desperation stuff at its best, isn't it?
Yeah, really in there doubling down. Crawford lost a hand on him as Catalini got up in defence. Really came through. That's his third foul. That is the fourth. According to the semaphore, it says the fourth on Adelaide.
A season on the line for these two teams. 4:20 left. Grace has been great tonight. Stewart's working hard. He's sucking in the big ones.
See the spring on the legs of Mark Davis as he got out there. That's a guy's looper there. Grace got it, really got it. Crawford got it back. Little fake, and that'll be another foul on Riley.
It might be on Mar, is it, or is it definitely Riley?
No, I think it's Riley.
It is, you're right. Sorry, John.
So we've got Riley on 4, Mar on 4, and of course Trimmingham still to come on 5.
The big thing, more importantly, John, is the fact that Adelaide are in the bonus.
Yep.
And every time they foul now, the Wildcats go to the foul line. The Wildcats, conversely, still have a few to give. This could be very handy coming down the wire.
Particularly in desperation straits. And of course, Trimmingham's on the bench, Michael. There's 4 minutes to go. Adelaide are doing it well without him at this point. But it's a big ace to have up your sleeve if you want to bring him in.
Oh, that's for sure.
They're over the ton, the Wildcats. They still trail by 1. Crawford with 19 points and 15 boards. Adelaide have really controlled the game since early in the third quarter. Brunson, hand, Grace, foul. Ricky's got 5.
Well, Michael Butler was in the ideal spot to see and call the contact, which is just what he's done. It's always a judgment call.
What money overtime, guys?
Well, the way these clubs have played, anything could happen out here as Trimmingham comes in with 3 minutes 52 on the clock. Dunlap is very happy with the minutes he got from Catalini then.
I think Brunson's being reminded of something.
Yeah, but
you don't reckon this would be pumping him up just quietly?
Exactly, well, it can work the opposite way.
Oh, there's no question about that. As a player, if you've got a crowd on you, you think nothing better than to shut them up.
That's what he's done.
He has, and he's got 17. Grace with the ball. The margin's back to 3. And I'd like to see the emotion and the feeling of the Adelaide players as they leave the court if they are victorious. I wonder what message they'll give. Crawford off the glass, doesn't go. Grace desperate for possession. Dives, Mar. Adelaide ball.
Well, they are desperate, and they're being paid the rewards for desperation. Wildcats have been struggling this quarter with their shooting percentage. They're overall at 51, which is fine. They're 10 from 23 from the three-point line as opposed to 15 from 35. From the foul line, 21 from 26 for the Wildcats, 17 for 20 for the visitors as the 36'ers come down to build on a three-point buffer.
South East Melbourne Magic lads will be loving this.
Oh, no question about that, because it's Saturday night probably for the team to play South East, and they've got to be still a bit tired.
Stewart a rebound. Grace, does he want to keep going? Blaho! Great stuff, Davis, no call. Trimmingham the board. Now numbers favour Adelaide, 4-on-2. Ma.
Oh, Vlahoff did well to get back, but there's a bit of fatigue out there now, Michael. Andrew Vlahoff missed that last layup, and I think it was fatigue, not just the shadow of Davis.
I don't know, I think Davis did a pretty fair job, just quiet as we see Trahair low. No good. Boy, oh boy, this is just unbelievable basketball right here.
John Riley.
For offensive.
Oh, big defensive play by Anthony Stewart.
That's his fifth. Riley's fifth. Oh, Dunlap is not happy.
Let's have a look at that one on replay. My goodness.
Well, it's always a judgment call. It's the toughest call in the book, the old block charge.
He was there.
He was there, and he was well there. It doesn't matter whether he protected himself or not. He was there. And, of course, really was committed as well.
The poor old official's got to make that call on the split second.
This is grand stuff by both teams. Adelaide, really long shot underdogs. Really, despite the fact it was 1-1 going into this game, no one gave them a chance after losing on Sunday. Well, they've dished it up. Stewart, this will be tough. In and out. Crawford, tough rebound. Put it in, JC. They try. He can't.
Oh, that's
Great
a huge rebound and a foul against Vlahoff. Will not be a shooting foul, but that's the second team foul against the Wildcats.
Gee, the ball just won't drop at the moment for the Wildcats. It's been 101-104 for what seems like an eternity.
Yeah, James Crawford certainly would be unhappy with that last shot.
Minute and a half, no score.
Well, often these last quarters don't get pretty. They get desperate.
Desperate, isn't it, John?
A lot of pressure out there on Ricky Grace. Got to be careful, he's on 5 fouls. And all of a sudden, Brunson cannot feel anything with that ankle, Mike.
No, that's a big call. Good drive by Maher. He's taken it to the rack. Vlahov's lent on him. It'll be interesting to see if he gives him 2, and I think he will. He'll walk to the foul line.
Adelaide want the 2 points for the goaltending. They reckon it was on the way down. I don't reckon the hand was on the ball, personally.
It's been signalled as on the way up anyway by the officials. It's a close call situation, isn't it?
Lawrence Crawford's fingers came from nowhere. Anyway, Maher's on the line, and all of a sudden this margin, if he can nail these, is 5, and Adelaide are very much in the driver's seat.
Oh! You know, people can talk forever about the pressure of final. Look at the pressure on that man there. In terms of Brett Maher, and an excellent foul shooter, normally shoots at 96%. He's just made 1 from 2. Margin remains 4, minute and a half, almost 2 minutes now. Wildcats need a quick bucket, and they probably need a bonus.
The adrenaline is pumping through the entertainment centre. 8,000 fans. There's not many Adelaide supporters here, but the ones that are getting a great value for money. Trahere, does he get by really? Grace wants the basketball. And nails a triple.
A precious shot from Ricky Grace. 28 points, 55%, has 10 assists. We've got a 1-point ball game, folks. Minute and a half remaining. Probably about 5 possessions left.
A stop, all important for both teams.
Davis is begging for the ball. Brunson with the pump fake, and he remembers the air ball, and he says, remember that. Great composure.
On the bench, isn't he loving this? The cat. Yeah. Great penetration.
That's off the foot. And we've got a foot violation at the other side. How tough a situation is that?
Going to quick look at the Perth Glory for a minute there.
The new team in the National Soccer League. Vlahov doesn't. Grace gets the ball back. 1 minute left in the ball game. Margin is 4 points. Vlahov in the corner. Doesn't shoot this time. Stewart loves it from long range. That's tough. It wasn't good.
Wildcats are not running their offense. They're taking desperation shots. And Trimmingham is open. Plenty of time. Really won't even look at it.
Well, now this is where the foul count hurts the Wildcats.
That will not be a shooting foul. It'll be on Anthony Stewart. That's his 5th.
Timeout. Adrian Hurley wants it. The margin, 4 points. Adelaide in front, 108 to 104. So, gee, this is just quality stuff. And Adelaide, I mean, they're in the driver's seat, John, as we've said.
No doubt about it.
But just the character of this team in a quarter-final series. They've been here for a few days. They were underdogs, trailed by 20. They dug deep.
And I think the manner in which the Wildcats were able to come out in Game 2 and repel their comeback must have given them some doubts. But there's been no lingering doubts whatsoever in this game tonight. They're a quality ball club, well coached, well drilled. They're fit, they're young, they're hungry. And they are showing right here that they are capable of coming out against all odds against the championship team, and we shouldn't forget that. Despite the Wildcats' injuries, they are a championship roster, and they deserve to be favourites in this circumstance.
Ricky Brunson, no points in the first quarter, but now has got 20. Look at that, spots up, triples, and they yelled air ball. Well, they've shut him up in the best possible way.
Didn't matter. He's had a great game out there, Brunson. Carrying that ankle.
Mike Ellis, what was the message? 38.3 seconds left.
Well, obviously they've got to get a quick shot up. They want to stop the clock as quick as they possibly can. That means they're going to foul someone as soon as the ball gets in play. That will send someone to the foul line. Now, depending on what happens, if he makes 2, they're going to have to get a 3 at least to get up quick, or they go for a quick shot. And you'll just see a lot of fouling in this next minute, 30 seconds.
Will the powerhouse be pumping again this year? At this stage, it looks like it. Or will the entertainment centre be packed to the rafters on Saturday night for the Magic?
Well, Crawford's got to be the fouler. Not a bad deal. Now, all of a sudden, it becomes very evenly poised.
Well, a couple of fairly important foul shots right here, and Davis has been known to miss a few, but I'd say he is a veteran.
63% for the season, Mike.
And what a time to make them.
Yep. 35-year-old, 320 games in the Mitsubishi Challenge, carrying a fair weight with this shot.
Misses the second. The margin is still 5. The Wildcats need to connect this time down the court. They can't waste much time.
They need to go in early. Oh, that's a tough screen. Needs to get it up. Stewart from range. It's not going to make it. There's a foul on Vlahoff. That's his 6th. The captain will sit down.
109 to 104. Adelaide. Brunson, he's sort of rejoicing. Might be early. 23 seconds. I think not. Adelaide. Stick your neck out, John. I think it might be curtains for the reigning champions, and Adelaide have come here and done the job for mine.
Well, if they put the money on these 2 shots, as you would expect Brunson to do, he's a 73% shooter. You would have to say it's the demise of the Perth Wildcats and a well-earned victory for the 36'ers.
You can't take it away. They have just been absolutely sensational. He'd want to make this, though, wouldn't he? It was a bit short.
You'd have to think he'd make this one.
And the Wildcats will need 2 triples. He makes the second.
They've got to go early. I want 2 for 1 here. Need to get in early. They'll be on and of course, that gives them the maximum of 2 as opposed to a triple. So you would have to say with 18.4 seconds, Grace makes these 2. It's a 4-point margin, a quick foul. Who would they foul and who would foul? You wouldn't want Grace to foul at this point, but you can't be selective sometimes. You've got to find the man nearest to the ball and he's got to nail it. Grace hits the back of the ring. Second one, looking to see, will he try and miss it? He does. And the foul will be on Crawford. Looked around at the bench to see if there was confirmation of missing it.
Explain that, John.
Well, in that circumstance, he knew he could get a maximum of 1. He wanted to be able to put it off the backboard, off the ring, have Crawford get in, get the ball, make the 2 with a possible foul, so he might have got 3 out of what could have been 1. It didn't work that way. Adelaide 36'ers bench, not glowing, but a fairly warm feeling, I would imagine, at this point.
I think too many of them are actually sitting down, John. I know that.
There you go.
Davis has stepped up big time.
Almost a stunned air in this 8,000-strong crowd. They saw their favourites be taken off the boil in the 3rd quarter.
Led by 20. The margin is 7. Dying seconds of the season for the Wildcats. Trahair in the corner. Will we see Trahair suit up for the Wildcats again? Does it really matter? For this year anyway, Ma will go to the line to add the extra.
Ricky Grace will sit down. And the 36'ers are celebrating, and they deserve the celebration. We talked earlier about how a team from the 6th position had never made the grand final. They've got past the first hurdle. They're into the semis.
They'll meet the Magic. They are rejoicing. Mike Dunlap cannot feel his back injury all of a sudden. Yep, he might be numb all over because I think he probably never counted his team out, but he was probably looking down a very long barrel at one stage in that 3rd quarter.
There's another one.
So
it's on the 10-point margin.
That'll be it. The 1996 season is over for the Wildcats. Adelaide are rejoicing mid-court. The champions are out. That is the final score. Adelaide 114, Perth 104. Adelaide have come and done the job. They'll meet the Magic. Thanks to John Gardner. Thanks to Mike Ellis. It's goodbye from the Perth Entertainment Centre.
The Mitsubishi Challenge, proudly brought to you by Chicken Treat. I've got the taste. Coca-Cola, always jammin', always Coca-Cola. Ian Dippin, World of Tires. McDonald's, where it's Mac time. And Mitsubishi, please consider.
8:30 Sunday.